Now. This is great. Sorry. Hi, Fia.
Hi, honey. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry, I kind of last night. I think my amazing son gave me the cold,
Uh,
and like I got like sore throat last night, and then like whole night I was awake, and then I had fever, and then I wake up and I feel a little bit better. But again, I can maybe that's why I have like cold things in order to
okay.
the colder.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't want to cancel our lives because
Oh,
you said already to a lot of people was excited, so I want to be a nice person to speak out louder. But if guys somehow you feel that I'm kind of using my mouth to breathe, just understand I'm in a very bad cold.
okay.
All
Um,
this on.
so I'm wondering for like a little warm up here, would you be willing to do a little game with me?
Sure.
Okay. It's called rapid fire, and you are only allowed to answer. I know you're only allowed to answer with one word, like a name or a date or yes or no or something along those lines.
Okay.
Good. Okay. I play this with my kids at school.
Okay.
So I tried to write down Fia as many questions as I could from all the followers. So I'll give you a little background. So I just joined TikTok just this past year and I am loving it. But as soon as I saw the story about Julia, I started following it. And so I've been following you for the whole time now and posting, just trying to do like report and staying kind of neutral and sharing all your stuff. But you are hilarious. And I swear your posts make my day. Like to be able to go on and share what you've done. I love it. My favorite was when you were in the car and you were doing like the voices and then fake crying. I was like, this is awesome. This is so good. And I'm so glad you saved them and left them on there. So that was good.
I love that too. And
Yeah.
when I went live too, you say on your on your TikTok account. So, well, honey, thank you because my died. And thank you.
Oh, yeah. And Fia, I got to tell you, one of the comments that people keep posting on when I said, you have questions for me, what should I ask?
Sure.
A whole bunch of people were like, make sure her phone's charged.
It is
Like five people.
right now. I have it like full battery.
You're all set. Okay. So I jotted down a lot of the questions that I thought you could probably just answer quickly. Um, the first one, and I thought this was hilarious. So somebody wants to know, do you do your own hair and makeup?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is, how many years have you been married?
14 years.
Oh, nice. I didn't think you were that old. Got married when you were 15. How many kids?
3 boys.
You have three babies, three boys? I have two boys. And can we know their ages?
Yes. 5, 8, 10.
Oh, you're busy. You're busy.
Not me.
Not you're not busy?
Not
They're busy. And the nanny. Did you say the nanny? Oh, nice. Okay. All right. How the other side lives.
I see them when they know that I have nothing to do. They come to me, Mom, can we do this and that today? Yeah. Normally,
Yeah.
when I involve my them, we actually have a place in Big Bear, so we took them. My husband is very good at sucks as a ski. I mean, I can't ski at all because I hate ski. As you know, I feel like getting hurt. But
Yeah.
shoes, but my love it, and my husband was a ski champion in my country, so that we're just having like 3 days quality time. I don't like it because it's cold. I love warm, and I can't handle snow anymore. And it's 2 hours
Yeah.
in the place that I'm living. I have no choice. When they said, "Mom, I need to go to there," I says, "Okay, let's just go," and just froze like crazy. And
Uh,
there, I have to take care of all the yes.
yeah. We're just coming out of winter here. So we just finished our snow and cold season. So we're finally in spring. But so did you meet your husband then when you both met where you were from and then came here?
No, see, I had a company in Stockholm, so with 3 other amazing Swedish investors and guys, and it was all about like HR company, and it was about like how to make sure that CEOs executive or people who actually wants to grow their company, like a big companies, what they had to do for their employees and the program that we actually made up and things for everything. So I started there, and then one of the friend of him wanted to introduce my package and my ideas of management to that company, which he was the owner. And we have to meet. And I didn't know that he's Persian, he's American, because his name was Rick.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that I am Persian because my name is Fia Johansson. It's a typical Swedish name. So the day that I went to the place to pick him up, because nobody else could do at that time, because the person had to do, the wife has to go to the hospital for delivery. My other partner has to do another stuff, my third partner. So I was the only person that I have to go all the way and pick that guy up. And I was like, oh my God. Back then, I couldn't speak English at all, guys. Nothing. No English. I can 4 or 5,
wow.
but no English. It was all, I can all the Scandinavian languages and also Spain, Italy, and a little bit of French. But English for me was absolutely nada. So it's like, guys, how can I speak to him? Because I will pick him up, sit in the car together with me, and brought him to the hotel that we reserved for him. But like, I can't speak English. And they said, no problem, Fia, you're going to be okay. And I was just like, okay, well, I can just say, hi, how are you, sir? And that's it. But hopefully he's not going to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then I stand there and just waited for him. And then I had like things like Rick, and the company's name and everything in my hand. And all of a sudden it's just like he's standing in front of me. And it's just like, okay, hi. First I thought that maybe he's Indian. Oh, hello, sir. Oh. And then and she looked at me too. He looked at me too, and he's kind of like, "Are you Persian?" I said, "Yes, I am Persian." I said, "Well, I'm Persian too." I said, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that's too funny. So in 14 years, you've learned this much English.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's amazing.
Not that perfect, but again, yes.
No, that's great. Okay, back to it. Okay, only one word answers. Here we go. Is Julia living in your home right now?
Yes.
Okay. If you had to rate the Dr. Phil experience from 1 to 10, what would you give it? Your experience going on.
8.
Okay. This was a really popular one. What date will the DNA arrive?
April 13th, as far as I know.
Okay. And then, this is going to be more than one word, but they wanted to know what kind of test did you do?
There is 3 difference, and let me say when all the tests arrive.
Okay. Are they all the same kind of test though?
No, different.
Okay. The next one was, do you believe Julia's mom is her mom?
Both yes or no?
Maybe.
Yeah, sorry.
And that's okay. And the next one, do you believe Julia is actually Madeleine McCann? Like in your gut?
My guts. Let me tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you my guts. 1 second, guys.
Yeah,
my now next to me and just like see what's going on. Okay. My guts. Should I say?
Just say yes or no, and then we'll get into it after.
Can we pass?
Okay, pass that one, but we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Okay. Next one was, what kind of doctor are you?
Psychology, and I have a PhD, and I got this PhD in Sweden, Stockholm. And yes, I have all this evidence and papers and everything. Yes.
At what school was it?
Stockholm University.
Stockholm University. And that was the next one. What school did you go to? And what degree? So you have your doctorate in psychology?
Yes, doctorate in psychology and human behaviors. And also, my mom, which is now, she's not alive, because she passed away exactly the same day with me and my got married, the same day.
Gosh.
So that mom really didn't feel good that I just have some doctorate degrees like from some other countries. So she wanted to really have from my, country too. And I said, Mom, I think I'm okay, because she always wanted me to be a doctor because she was an engineer. My dad was an engineer and businessman. So that's why my mom always wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor. But it was actually a press and forced to me to be a doctor. They wanted me to be a surgeon first. I said, there is no way it's going to happen because I hate blood. I hate to touching people. I'm not.
Yeah.
Then basically I end up to get that degree to make my mom happy because I'm an artist. I can paint. I'm a right brainer.
Yeah.
But my mom told me, no, you have to have a doctorate degree.
Okay.
However, I got it in my country too. So I have to kind of like read online as well to make my mom happy, to prove it to my mom. That's why I'm not going to do the same things to my kids. So I'm not doing the same things that my mom done to me. I always tell them, I don't want you guys to be perfect. I don't like a perfect kids. I don't want you to come back and says, I have A. I don't want A. I don't like A. B. That's fine for me because I don't want to put pressure and stress on my own kids about what they're going to be, what I would like them to be.
Yeah. So for that one, they asked if you had evidence for your school stuff. Do you have your certificate or something you can show?
Yes, I do, but I can go up and bring it down. Is it okay?
Yes, that's fine. I'll read comments while you're gone.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay. And we see her. All right, guys, I'm reading your comments. Sort of. They're like hidden under Fia's picture here. I'm so new at TikTok. Sorry, guys. Thank you for the roses. She's cool. I think so. Is Fia okay? Like really okay? Julia, oh, thank you. Tad nerve-wracking. The room she's in is just divine. I know her house looks beautiful. All her pictures were amazing. Yeah, her house. I agree. Oh, thank you, guys. So glad you reached out to Julia. Oh, I missed that one about the doctorate, guys. What's her dissertation headline? Publicity stunt getting Julia careers out of attention. Where are the DNA results? Fia just said they're coming. I think she said April 13th. Fia, was it the 13th?
I just want,
Was it the 13th? You said 13th. Oh, my watch is going.
I just did it pretty fast. But again, some information, I don't want that other people do the research. But this is it.
Oh, yeah, cover it. Yeah. Put it up closer so they can read it. I think that's the number one. Oh, you don't want
to read like all the details because again, this is my personal
stuff. Okay. The other one is, we already said what degree. And it says, will you give DNA to Scotland Yard?
Well, we asked them a couple times and she's willing to do that. But my opinion, I would say some more I do investigation about Julia's background.
Yeah.
I feel that, look at this way, maybe we should not bother them at this time.
Is Madeleine's DNA just at Scotland Yard?
Madeleine DNA test, we have it already, so we can easily match.
So when you get the DNA, you're able to do that right away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't. So why would they be wanting you to send it to Scotland Yard? Did they reach out to you, or is that where Julia's parents wanted you to send it, or to do it?
Julia's parents don't care at all.
No. And
they don't really care. And I believe, this is my opinion, guys. It's funny that Julia had this little thing. It was funny that those marks, it was in her body. But my opinion, I don't think so that she's Madeleine.
That's my thought too, yeah.
And the reason is when I went to post all the picture and trying to kind of like sense her. But I saw, that's exactly what I said. I can't say 100% yes, and I can't say 100% no.
Yeah.
Right
Well, you
now,
wouldn't be able to till you looked into it. Yeah.
after 2 months of like investigation with the team and myself, I'm more like Julia may had some problem with the mother side, who could be the father, that maybe the mother here that's gonna come out.
Right.
The mother is concerned that what the truth could basically get in. I think more scary about, don't want to do anything that the truth come out. But the truth is about that she is Maddie. The truth is about that possible that she is also another girl that have been missing. Possible, which is my feelings. I still a little bit doubt it. But there is possibilities, which I have in my mind right now, which circulated for a long time, past 3 weeks, when I get to know or my kid, that something doesn't make sense, the dynamic in between the family members, the mother, the mother,
Yeah.
and the other person.
Okay. So you're more along. So what I'll tell you what I kind of thought just from following you was that I didn't feel she was Madeleine. I think the eyes too different, just some other things as well. But I
Actually, that she does. I mean,
oh
that's
yeah, there's definitely something there, but it doesn't look like a coloboma or whatever. Yeah.
actually even send you the picture and even the little video that even if you see on the Dr. Phil even said that too.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
you can definitely see something there, but it's just different looking.
I got engaged, Julie, was very, very, very nosy to know who is Peter Ney, because she constantly on the phone telling me about the abuser, Peter Ney. What is, because, and she has ADD, she can't focus on something. She can't tell you now about this, and then all of a sudden it goes there, and all of a sudden it goes there. It's like I couldn't understand what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, you know what, Julia, our team, the last name Ney to me is very, very irritating. But you said that he's pedophile. You said that convicted for 3 years jail in Poland, and you said
Was he convicted for what he did to Julia?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So I have actually all the documents too.
Yeah, I saw those on your live with Becca
Yeah.
last. Yeah.
And funny enough, that everything about Martin and Peter is so look like. Like they both born in Germany. They both German people. They both from Berlin, and they both had into the trafficking and other things.
Right.
I know I can't say, but I know what I have to say, or am I allowed to say, but this is what you guys, okay?
Yeah.
So similarity into that. And I thought that, okay, that accident, maybe there is something, and maybe she's maybe not, maybe she found the Martinet, some sketch of the police sketch, Martinet,
Yeah.
and trying to now make up stories, building something. But then I FaceTimed her and just I told my assistant I have to go because she has this and she has other
Yeah.
marks at the same time talking about Peter and all the time, and she has no damn filter because she's posting nonstop all those documents, which is legally people can come after you.
Yeah.
And you should stop doing this stuff to yourself and harming yourself, and there's no way can stop it. It's kind of like it was like a machine that like, let's just get into this and go to the wall and hit myself again. So you know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stop it. And she didn't listen. I said, I beg you, stop posting, stop going hysterically and crying and act like him because you want to have 7,000 viewers attention, because those 7,000, they can be bad people, they can after you, they can basically use you and abuse. Stop it. And then of course she didn't listen, and I told Jessica, I need to go. My husband said no to me from the get-go. I don't like it you to go because Poland, again, I don't know that place. You are already involved because my partner Brad in Texas, we are doing stuff with
How
trafficking.
many people went with you to Poland? Like, you didn't go by yourself, did you? Brought some
No,
team
no.
with you?
First, well, my husband didn't agree until actually Brad sent one of, or two of us guys actually.
Okay.
One person that we knew and another person that worked for my colleague here. So my husband says the only way that I can allow you fly, sitting in this flight search, is if two other people stay in the same hotel, same floor, and make sure that you are guys safe, because I don't know them, I don't know that country, and I'm so sure your name is already maybe picking up, because we did a lot of other researches in Texas for human trafficking, and all this stuff. So I don't want you to even get yourself in trouble, because we have to.
And
So
was Renee, was he arrested or anything for trafficking or no?
before as well.
Oh, he was.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
he was Julia's step grandfather.
yes.
And is her grandmother still with him?
22 years, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I don't know. My other feelings is always this. When Julia says about the mother, she said that she never hugged me, she never wanted me, she never loved me, she never kissed me, she never even actually cared about me. And when talking about the mother, she's crying hysterically, like screaming of anger, you know.
Yeah.
And then also said out that there is something wrong, Fia. Something is not okay. Something is really pushing. Something is not moving forward. And I kind of felt it. You know what? The mother, no matter what, has to have some sort of pregnancy picture. If I don't have that, it could be I did not like to get pregnant at that moment, or I got pregnant from somebody that hurted me so much in the past, and now I have to carry on the baby. So you
Right.
understand my point here?
Yeah.
So I check into the age of the mother of Julia. She sounded to be 47 years old at this time. Thinking about like 22 years ago, how old she could be.
Right.
And the mother now were together with that guy, with Peter Ney, for so long, for 23 years old, 23 years, like they got married 23 years ago. And my thought is this: if everything come back and she's not, then there is definitely something with that pregnancy. And I don't know, this is my theory, this is my opinion, guys, I have no idea, but my feeling would say could be DNA, the father.
So Julie doesn't know who her actual father is. Her mom won't tell her.
I had a conversation with the father last night.
Like her stepfather?
No. With father, with basically the one that is on the birth certificate, you know?
Oh, so she knows who the father is according to the birth certificate, but she
Yeah.
doesn't believe that's her father.
She has a very good connection with that guy.
Okay.
He's a very believer. He is a God believer. He's very spiritual. He's very religious. And he's trying to protect every single human out, not only Julia. And he does care a lot about Julia. So I had a conversation with him last night about like businesses and what happened with the blood test result and the physical pain, all this stuff, because he's also working in the hospital and needed to know that the person who actually into the medical knows exactly what's happening with Julia at this moment.
Does he believe he's really Julia's father?
He didn't say that. He's,
Okay.
I had a conversation with him for half an hour. He denied to even talk any things about if he's or he changed
Okay.
right away. And when I tried to push him much more, he was way to say, unfortunately, I have to go, you know.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
said, don't worry about it. I'm sorry. Let's just talk about Julia. I'm not going to talk about anything else. I'm sorry if I push you too much. So
Yeah.
there is something that is not correct with Julia's childhood and who's Julia's father, because my feeling says that he's not a real father, and even all other evidence that he, and what the mother for sure is a mother. I mean, there is no doubt. I have zero doubt if Julia's mother, if it's a mother or not. I'm sure now. I can tell you, I'm sure, because we found certain things about her and about Julia.
You did find something?
Yeah, like through the investigation,
Okay.
which is again bring another question to me, that what the friend told me that she disappeared and come back with the kids for like 3 years old thing.
Right.
When I look into that, okay, she gave a birth at home because nobody should know who's the father of this baby.
Right.
Could be the step grandfather of Julia,
Oh.
could be the real father of Julia. So, and then we are starting to kind of like go after the Peter Ney stuff. I mean, in another way, to figure it out if this guy had anything to do with that guy, the
Right.
Martin. Right now he's in jail.
Yeah.
Wolf. They figure it. They backing off. They don't want more investigation. They're apologizing, backing off. They really demanding, pushing, because hey, you back. You know,
Yeah.
my lawyer back. You're not allowed Fia to tell me that I'm not. But they didn't push back. They're apologizing. They're holding back completely. Want to get engaged. Want to cooperate and collaborate with a couple things. And that made me to believe something is missing, and is a big thing. Time is missing. You know, PP people
Yeah.
can do something to their own kids as well.
Yeah. How long has she been married to the stepfather, did you say?
They never got married.
Oh, they're just together.
Oh, you mean the old? You mean the
Oh, the
grandma?
yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
grandma.
23 years old. 23 years. 23 years.
So Julia's mother would have been in her 20s, probably when he came into the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And the friends told me the guy who are very nice to Julia on the birth certificate named Mother, was a best friend with that.
Was what story? You got choppy.
Yeah, so best friend. Like it was, they have
Oh,
been. So, and that guy basically worked back then. The best friend said that they have been very best friends together. They've been hanging out from the age of 16. And I think things happened that way. Whatever had happened, maybe they found afterward that this is not whoever, basically the father, and they figure it out that this is it. It's, to be honest, Julie, this is too much.
yeah, it's a lot. And I think that's why people are so confused and on both sides and don't really kind of know what to think. I'm glad that you figured out that it is Julia's mom, and then now you can just focus on like the father and what's going on with that. What does Julia think now that she knows that's actually her mom?
Well, again, everyone's talking about the mom. She's crying and hating, and at the same time loving her. Hate, love,
Yeah.
and why she never ever touched me. Like example, when she came to my house, so I started to kind of like saw how I engage with my baby, how
Yeah.
I'm them, and how I'm hugging them when they school before the bedtime. So she, like, I never ever had any sort of feelings that you had towards your kids. I
That's so
never
sad.
anything. Your mom, my mom, never done anything. Never even actually. My mom even wanted to see me, and I actually almost leave with grandmother. It's like, why have to almost leave with your grandmother? I mean, your
But
mom was,
then look what happened to her when she lived with her grandmother, because then Peter Ney was there.
yes, like basically, Julia was 4 hours and 7 days on the care of Peter and the grandmother.
Oh my gosh. Okay. How
So,
old would she have been at that time? Like when
well,
she, like there was this when she was going to school and having all those issues?
what she remembering
Oh,
from the kindergarten to the age of 12.
yeah.
And also when things happened, we have basically which all the medical records recently, we found that she was paralyzed, um, couldn't walk and couldn't talk in between the age of half to 8.5. 1 years paralyzed completely. And
From what?
paralyzed, basically, they said whatever is the standing after we actually do all those investigations, translating, they figured that around the age of 7.5, they took Julia to the emergency and they said that the face turning this way and she can't swallow, she can't eat, and she can't do anything, and she can't
Uh,
walk.
is
So,
that why she was getting all those pills?
no, that was before.
Oh, okay.
So, and funny part is that Julia said to the mother, as she remembered, it was a Christmas time.
Yeah.
It was December 25th, 26th. Julia said to the mom, I'm, I am hurt. I can go to bath. I can poo. I can pee.
Oh,
It's hurting. The mother went out for something with the friend for the party. She came home by 4:30 a.m. and Julia wake up and just said, "Mom, I need you. I need you to talk to me. I'm hurting," and start crying and pulling and rubbing. And the mom says, "Go to bed, sleep. It's okay. Nothing happening. You're gonna be okay tomorrow." Okay. And 2008, December 25th, on the medical chart, 2009, February 17, Julia paralyzed.
probably
So
from infections or something then.
that I believe that she started to speak out to other people
Yeah.
and mentioning about it, got scared to got in trouble with police and investigation.
Yeah.
And the mother put Julia with the mother and Peter Ney inside of the car, sent Julia directly 8 hours away from the place that. And the reason was Julia started opening her mouth and told other people that Peter Ney things to me. Tell him that next time or gentle because it's painful to me when I
Oh
sit up.
God.
So even the 7.5 years old baby girl couldn't really understand, is it the normal things that people do to people?
Yeah.
And can you just tell me not hurt me that much, just a little? I'm okay with that. So then they figured out that, oh, this is going to be healed, and we have to send her back to the father or wherever the father was 8 hours away from them. And right after, when they wanted to have her back, it sounded 2 days after she came home, from the father house, she paralyzed.
Oh, so the 8-hour drive that they took her on was to her father's home?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had heard you say about the 8-hour drive a few times, but I didn't know where they had gone. So they dropped her off there, left.
Because she started to say.
Pardon?
She started to tell people.
Oh, okay.
The first person was the best friend of the mom that got in.
Yeah.
Basically told her. The other person was another person, and then
Teachers.
go to school and opening the couch, and the mother went to school, had a conversation with the teacher. No, she had a nightmare. She saw some movies.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I didn't see any movies that was real. And then they said, no. That's why she is on the medication. This actually because she has nervous fatigue. She has delusional imagination issues. She's hearing a lot. And somehow she almost stopped the process of any investigation until Julia got paralyzed for 1.5 years to kind of even learn how to talk. So afterward, they said that nerves that move head through the neck, and they need to basically do the surgery. They did the surgery. They're trying to push or do something, but they couldn't really succeed on it. But somehow, in some point after almost like 1.5 years or 2 years, she was able to. But what made me to feel so irritated and so uncomfortable is that she was under care of the grandmother and Peter Ney.
When she came back paralyzed, she was with the grandmother and oh, so she wasn't even home with her mother when she was recovering.
No.
Oh.
So that hurt me a lot because I am almost sure when some animal like him, like Peter Ney, how much he hurt a little body that can't talk, and can't do moving, just only half a part of the body is able to everything for this. So it was very hurtful for me. We are still doing and going through and investigating, and one of the things that we found out, the reason that the mother doesn't want to get involved, it's because the mother knew that
this was all going
on. And the reason that Julia finally got justice for Peter Ney, or actually about Peter Ney.
Yeah, how did that go down? How did the court? How old was she?
Yeah, her teacher. So let's say that after 2.5 years, they're starting to give her a lot of pills again, and Julia said that she can't remember that she couldn't walk. She can't remember that she couldn't talk. She can't remember any of those. And she was able to slowly go to school because the school trying to communicate with the family and ask about what happened to Julia.
Yeah.
And the mother proved like, oh yeah, Julia is sick. Julia is this. Julia got some sickness. And because of that, she can walk. She can talk. And then later, they asked, we would love to come and see her, or you have to bring her to school. So she can't just be home. So that was a very strong teacher. When I had a conversation with her, like when I were in Poland.
Is this the teacher you went to visit that Julia was hugging? Yeah. Okay.
Was the most amazing person and very strong personality. She couldn't speak barely English. I had a translator, but she really like biting men that go after kids and women, like biting. Yeah. And I was like, man, God wanted you to be involved with Julia to make it happen.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I adore you for that.
And how old was she there, Fia?
Actually, when I just starting to kind of like do investigations, see like exactly what was it, I think she was about 9 years old and starting to go to school. When she started to walk a little bit, and went back to school because the mother was scared. And the other doctor, which is we're still suing that doctor to figure it out about what type of pills, 35 pills, was prescribed for Julia. Which
You haven't been able to get that still.
they didn't give it to us. They didn't answer us. They didn't give it to us. Julia called. They didn't answer Julia. They just said that we already give it to your mother. And basically the mother says the mother denied everything. So, however, we are after that doctor right now to figure out exactly what type of pills actually Julia got at that time.
Right.
But what was very important to me was that the mother knew what had happened to the daughter, but still allow the mother and the let's say the step grandfather, Peter Ney, took care of her inside of their house 24 hours in 7 days.
How is the grandmother still with Peter Ney if he went to jail for molesting Julia? Like that's
the things. When I went to Poland, I found out that everything is possible in Poland. Everything. Because, again, it's not like America. It's not like Canada or UK.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Different. And people can do almost everything for $100. $100, that's a lot of money there, actually. Yeah. And you can easily get into the medical chart without even actually prove even who you are. So I could call and I could even ask and say, okay, my name is Julia Wendell and this is my date of birth. And like, okay. And then they, oh no, but what is your email address? So we can say, is it really like, how can you send my medical chart to someone that calling on the phone?
Right.
How do you know that if I am the same person? I mean, like, well, like here I have to take everything and go there and then even show off that exactly who am I. But yeah, that's hard to do that. And forging document is very simple. It's very easy there. There's nothing to be concerned about at all. But what made me to feel very uncomfortable, it was about that the teacher stand up in the court and basically said to the judge that this thing happened even back before Julia paralyzed and Julia went ghost because the family were concerned that we may gonna go after them. So I did what I had to do.
The schools always know.
Then the aunt stand up for Peter Ney, and said that Julia was delusional. Julia as a kid was always like peeing on herself and very scary kid, a weird kid, which is actually the teacher told me at the interview, a couple other people who was involved in that court day. And funny for me that this is the aunt that knew exactly what happened to Julia. And this is a stranger, a teacher, that is standing up and actually sacrifice her lives and her everything to make sure that Julia get into the secure place.
Right.
The mother received $40,000 for whatever it was, and another $15,000 later on. This is what I found, like the court. It is all documents. Everything is absolutely, guys, right here. And but since now Julia had no idea what happened to those money, she asked about that money. She asked about like, mom, like you got like too much money. Oh, it was just on we just spent it for you because you have been so sick. I'm just like, mom, I never have been that sick and I never went to the hospital like after that time. So then what are you talking about? So Julia's mother is not proud of Julia just because Julia went into the sexual activities from the age of 12.
Yeah.
Found out.
Did you just say the age of 12?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I found a lot of platforms that hired basically Julia for sexual activities.
Oh my God.
Basically now we're after them too to figure it out that how could you hire a 12 years old?
Yeah. They don't have pictures, do they?
Well, but we are digging into right now. We are absolutely digging in. So they are scared. They are very scared. It was very hard to even communicate with them. They don't want to communicate. It takes time.
Yeah.
They kind of even actually threatened us in some point. And then when the lawyer got involved, I think they started to be kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah, listening more. Like she means business.
Cooperate, you know? So many things had happened to Julia. And at the age of 4.
How is Julia right now?
Okay, when it came to Julia right now, very nervous. I think both because of the blood test result and because of other things. Julia needed to do some brain surgery. And that situation that Julia is in, I wish if I could say about the name of the disease, but I can't because she told me that you are not allowed to say that, but you can say what is it a little bit, but not all the way because anyone is going to know about the name of it.
Yeah.
So it was so hard for me when I started to get to know Julia. I found out that Julia is not easy to taking care of either, like mentally, you know, because she could be very aggressive and she can just be so lovely and come and hug you, and then all of a sudden, like in 30 minutes, she's reading something somewhere and then come to you and trying to be nasty to you and asking you questions and just like
sounds like a teenager.
Worse than that. Let's say we have a personality disorder. We have a person that have ADD.
Yeah.
A person that is borderline.
Yeah.
We have that not feeling okay.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things that had happened to her. And angry, mad about why I'm 21, but why I have to have that type of the, you know, sickness or that. And what if I'm dying? And you know what? I rather die because no one wanted me and no one wants me. I kind of was a kid that should never born. I think it was wrong of God. And I'm trying to really do everything to make her happy. But when I was in Poland, guys, it was challenging for me. And you know, it hurt my heart. It was that people first thought that I'm just using this woman. I mean, like, what Julia really gave me, nothing. What I gave to Julia was everything I could because whole my team is working on the case right now without even getting paid, and they love to do that because it's Julia. The lawyer who basically now stand up in Poland will do it for free because of Julia, because Julia is a person that everyone wants to help to get some justice.
Yeah. Yeah. And they want to know.
It was very hard for me to handle a 10 years old, a 12 years old, not even the 21 years old. And had social media, reading those things, the mood changes, crying hysterically, like screaming. Like we were at the hotel at 2:30. My colleague called me and said, is Julia in the room? I said, well, yeah, the boyfriend was here and they are in their room because it was a night before that we wanted to come to United States.
And they're still together now, aren't they?
And my colleague says, no, I see that someone looked like Julia at 2:30, get out from the hotel. I said, no, they are together. They are next to us. I mean, like in other room next to us. And, you know, the guy is here. This is the last night for them and I wanted them to be together. This is no, Fia. Get up now and open the door immediately and go inside of the room and see where is Julia. So me and my assistant had like a night dress.
Yeah, your PJs on.
Cold, like -10. Getting out and just like, okay, let's just go and see what's going on. And go and knocking on the door and he didn't open the door. Oh, holy, there is something going on. And I'm trying to go down to the receptionist, ask them about the key. Oh, no. Oh, yes, you have to open this door now. So they came out, they opened the door, we get in. Guess what? You slipped like, boom, and Julia was not there. Whole my body started shaking. Oh, God, I had that death threat too. Maybe somebody lured her again. Maybe somebody took her again. And then all of a sudden she called me and just said, hi, Fia, how are you? I am actually going out and walking because I want to go to the karaoke and just like sing. I just said, I screamed and says, where are you right now? Send me damn location. And I sent the location to the guy downstairs, and then he went out and he found her 5 minutes. But what I'm trying to tell you, it was so hard to even manage, you know. And
now she's in your home and like living with you. So, and with her health issues, and like, it's got to be difficult.
It is difficult, but I look at it as a little girl that need to learn how to use manner, how to adopt herself to have a family, how to respect others, how to eat dinner all together as a family,
Right.
how to sense as a family, and not just having this little phone and going to the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from the first 5 days, it was challenging for me to teach her that this is my home, this is my rules. So you have to follow my rules, because if you're not following my rules, I can't let you to do anything you want. And the reason for that is this, that I'm scared if anything happened to you here in US, because you were sexually active from the age of 12 and until almost 5, 6 years and 7 years after.
Right.
Right now, you wanted me to let you go and you want to go to LA. So she found someone online and said, I'm going to go to LA by myself. I says, no, over my dead body. Because even if you are my daughter, I would not allow my daughter to go out to any places at 2 a.m. This is not going to happen over my dead body. You're not going to go. And said, no, I'm free. You can hold me. I said, no, I of course I can. Because there is an investigation ongoing about what happened to you and everything that is going on. I'm not going to allow it to happen. So my husband sat down and talked to her and just said, listen, we wanted to help you.
Yeah.
We are not like your parents. We are not also not your parents, but we are people that would love to help you and bring justice to you. And maybe you can be successful in something that you always wanted to be. Just cooperate, collaborate, and don't be nasty to us and don't scream at us. And then
Yeah.
she came back. She just hugged me. She hugged my husband. Just like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not familiar with these things. With that love that you guys give it to me, I'm not really familiar to it.
Yeah.
And when I came all the way, my husband said, well, maybe we should actually take her to the hotel with another person that can supervise her. And I said, no, Rick, I never asked my husband anything, but I said, this is the time that I really wanted you to do something for me, because I want to make sure that she understood what family means and what love means. Let's just start it to bring her to our place. And if he feels that is not okay, then I can take her to the hotel and ask my colleague and my assistant to stay with her, okay? But let me just start with this.
Yeah.
So that for me was very challenging, because my husband was like,
yeah, what are we doing? Yeah.
I mean, it's not about that she is doing it on purpose, but we know that. I went to the psychiatrist, had a conversation with her psychiatrist for almost 3 hours. I get into all the primary doctors, all the blood tests, everything that she went through, because I want to make sure when I'm actually take her home, she has no crazy diseases or anything kind of transmit to my family, to my kids, and all this stuff. So we already run everything, that she's clear about things. And basically the psychiatrist, Fia, she's a very nice girl when she's taking medication.
Yeah.
Just for that every morning you look at the amount that she's put in the mouth and put it down.
Does she not want to be on them?
No.
Oh.
And the reason was because she felt that when she's on the medication, she can be actively do certain things, which is, again, I said, well, when you get depressed, the chemical of the brain is starting to change. Those medication, even for temporary matter or the rest of life, you just need to have this to help that chemical of your brain to adjust it. So it's not about you're crazy, it's not about you're stupid, it's not about your psycho, it's not about your this and this. It's about that you need that, your body need it to adjust this chemical of your brain.
Right.
And she had no choice. She hated that she's now watching me. And I said, no, I'm here. And the boyfriend, he helped me a lot. I have to really say that this man, a 27 years old guy, I believe that God sent this man to Julia's life because he knew exactly when she's breaking down, when she's getting, what should I do? How should I do? Because every single person's with any type of disorders, they do have their own pattern when they break down.
Right.
So he kind of told me, okay, Fia, do this, but make sure that taking the medication, make sure that you are standing up, and make sure that you not just gave the responsibility of medication to herself, because she's not going to take it. And so I had to go every morning, and I took like my vitamin D and other stuff, and says, Julia, let's just play this way. You see me that I'm taking this, and I'm going to see you when you take it this. But I hate that big pill of vitamin D, but I have to put it in my mouth too anyways, because my doctor said. So however, let's just do it together. That way, I could manage her to put it down. But I could see that, and I took away all the medications. It was also like we got for 3 months supplement of medication for her.
Okay.
So we went to the pharmacy. We got all those medication for the medication for depressions, antidepressive, medication for all other things, sleepy pills and everything. So I was scared that what if she is doing something on harm herself in some point. So I have to take away all the medication and make sure that I gave her a morning the medication for that she's putting in her mouth. Because I don't want she's going to put sleepy pills, do something to herself in my room, in my house.
Yeah.
So, however, it was challenging, but now after almost 3 weeks, 4 weeks now.
It's been that long.
She understood the law of my house. She understood the law of Fia's character.
Yeah.
And how to manage Fia, because you can fool me. You have to tell me the truth, because I can't help you if you lie to me. I said, I'm the only person that now here stand up for you. Even said to my husband that you see, like, back now. I want to do it. I want to do it because she's alone, because she's lonely. Because I came from the same background, My mom was so hard on me to send me like to another country with minus 30 degree when I was 14, and I didn't nothing, because my mom wanted me to be a professor or whatever. Actually, she had it in her crazy brain.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, I know how to be lonely. I know how to be left over. I know how to feel like not even having love and enough love from the parents. So
what will you do now? Like, is she only allowed to stay? Somebody said for 90 days. Like, if you're coming from Poland, you can only stay in the US for 90 days. Is that correct?
There is actually, Julie, a conversation with her dad right now. And it was before our lives, actually. And he called me for 45 minutes. He said that I don't think that is a good idea if Julia is going to get surgery in US, for example.
Okay.
Julia needed to undergo the brain surgery.
So she does need brain surgery?
Yes. And there is a chance that after the brain surgery, not able to walk and talk again.
Ever?
Could be for a couple of years, yes. But either way, if she's not doing it, these things will paralyze her anywhere. So it's not something that, okay, they can give her medication. My doctor said, the specialist here, he said the medication can stop the process, but it's not going to take away, the disease. So,
but so does dad want her to go back to what he is?
So she's not doing good with the bones. She's not doing good with anything related to the bones. And this is all about that something is in the brain, and they need
that's causing the pain in the bones?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Abilities, because I took her to yoga, as my doctor said. Yeah, she needs to stretch. She needs to do this. She needs to do that. And you have to make sure, the specialist said that she's taking too much sugars. So example, one of the big problem that I had with Julia was that she could have like a 4 bags of chocolates, and she could wake up in the middle of the night in hotel and took 10 of those big piece of chocolate and then sleep again and then wake up again and take it again. It's like a lot of sugars, a lot of chocolates, and a lot of juice, which is all contained by sugars.
Yeah.
She is not, or she did not eat any nutrition. Like when I went to Poland, I said, let's go and eat something. And she said, I'm not hungry. I already ate like 10 bucks of chocolates. I said, like 10 bucks of chocolate.
She sounds like me.
I'm not saying that. I really, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, like,
yeah, just being very
too much. And I said, who bought that to you? I mean, because I didn't give you money. I mean, where the money came from? Oh, my boyfriend already kind of like, did that, and I just go and went and buy this. It's like, Julia, very bad. You are gaining weight, and your body is in pain. Your body, your tummy, your knees, everything. You need to care about yourself, and I need to stop you. And she was like, no, I love it. I like it. I want to do it. And it took half an hour to convince why I'm saying. So when the Dr. Phil started the example, before we went to Dr. Phil, I told her this, Julia, Dr. Phil, just imagine where you are going right now. It's international TV.
yeah.
He may gonna ask you certain questions that you may not at all like it. This is the way that the show is designed for. And it's designed for teenagers, actually.
Right.
So make sure that you understand when you get up there, you may gonna come down pretty hurt and damaged, or somehow whole world can hear your voice and maybe show some action.
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but I can show, I can say anything to you what's gonna happen, but all I can do is just talk to the producer to protect you. But I can protect you in a certain way. I can protect you 100% on the stage. But I am telling you, this is a big deal. Do you really want to do it? Or do you want to just lay back, relax, wait for the result? My advice to her was just wait until the result come back. And whatever result is going to be, let's just go to that show and then basically say who you are. If you are Madeleine, so perfect. The whole world is going to celebrate for you.
Yeah, we would have.
If you are not, then it's perfectly fine too. You can apologize and basically says what happened to you.
So are you going to try and go on, like do something like a show to reveal the results?
No. That's what basically make me to feel very uncomfortable when a lot of people think that, oh, no, she's not going to say because she wants to make money of it. And, guys,
I thought you had said at one point that you'd reveal the results kind of in a public place so people knew it was legit.
And you know what, guys, this is kind of, for me, was like, I don't want to get a lot of words kind of like standing by result, because again, I don't want people go back and forth each other and say, oh, she is, no, she's not, oh, she's not. Again, for me, when I got involved with this case, to me was like 100% I can't say no, and 100% I can't say no.
Yeah.
Because it was too much questions, no answers, and a lot of hidden things, and a lot of crazy other things that come out. Everything was like, oh my God, how could it possible?
Yeah.
And another, the mother did not really collaborate. Like, whole world could calm down, could relax, and even Julia could get some closure from the mom or from the dad by simple things. Just make sure that you talk to your mother, take your daughter to wherever you have to go, and get things done. This is the huge weight on your shoulder right now.
Yeah.
You need to take it off from yours as a mother and your daughter. She claimed her daughter is basically absolutely needs care. Of course, I do believe that.
Yeah.
But where have you been when your daughter was out of medication for 9 months?
Yeah.
I understood that you go and claim that you are worried about your daughter's health or mental health condition. Where you have been when your daughter was out of the medication for 9 months. When the psychiatrist see me, he was so happy because he refused to even go to the doctor and ask for prescriptions. She refused to go. And the boyfriend pushed and pushed and pushed and called and pushed to get the prescription. But they did not have money to even buy a medication.
So what will Julia do? So do you think she's going to go back then to be with her father or her boyfriend as well so she can have this surgery?
The father said that I'm going to talk to our lawyer to write some letter and take a responsibility. Became a power of attorney of Julia.
Okay.
Because I told him, I'm not trusting you. I'm not trusting the mother of Julia. And if you want to really do something, because you have 2 other kids, and now you are Christian, you are a God believer, you want to help someone, I have no problem with, but I have to supervise you that you do the right things for Julia, because you guys did the wrong things. And for me, it was always like, why you did not go to the court and fight for the full custody when you found out that your daughter was under care of the people that and trying to hurt your daughter.
Yeah.
That was a big question to my mind. And when I asked why you do not do the DNA test, he said, my DNA test is not matter. Ask.
Why doesn't it? Because now that you know Julia's mom is her mom, you're wondering about the dad. So will he do it now?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, she did not talk to him. She did not talk to Julia. She did not pick Julia. And she did not come in with Julia at all. So basically, we are still in the same page as we have been for 2 months ago. And the lawyer now going to sue her in order, because in Poland, you can sue any parent. Okay? You can, there's law.
Yeah.
I don't want to give my name, and I don't want my daughter knows exactly who's the father. It's my right. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we found many other things. Mistreated Julia a lot from the age of 7 to the age of 10. So we are now going after that maybe she had to pay Julia back the money that she took.
Oh.
Much more for all the pain that she caused by her action.
Okay.
So that's what the point is right now, that we are pointing this way. Because in other way, we are not allowed to go after her for DNA.
To get the DNA. Can you ask the father though? So when the DNA comes back, do you think the father would submit his?
The father said no.
Are you hoping when the DNA results come back that there'll be some of her family history there that you can kind of confirm or compare it to?
Well, that's what we are doing right now, Julie.
Yeah.
That's what we are. First, we have to go after the DNA of Peter Ney.
Okay.
Because, he was convicted, and
he wouldn't submit that.
And so out there have his DNA at this moment.
You do or you don't?
Julia's DNA to compare.
Sorry, I missed it. Did you say you do or you don't have Peter Ney's?
We do. I mean, people who are getting convicted and go to the jail, their DNA is out. So yeah,
we get the results. You will be able to compare.
The lawyer can easily get access to his DNA. That's not going to be issues for us.
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of the main goal then with the DNA now, because you've kind of found out some other things. So now you'll be able to compare with Peter Ney.
The main goals right now, first is Julia's physical health.
Yes. Yeah.
The other main goal is about figuring out exactly who is Julia. At least this DNA test, when coming back in April 13, I believe that for Julia is going to be the relief and closure
Yeah.
that I need to know. Even all those names was matched with McCain case. All things was, that's what maybe I thought that I am.
Yeah.
After she's just letting go and cool, then we can go after all other things that is going on.
Okay.
At this moment, the mother is still in communicator with the mother, with the grandmother. The mother gave the Peter Ney lawyer the address,
The address. Yeah, I heard you say that.
which is the only person that had access to that secret place, which this guy bought this place for them because he knew that Julia may not going to have any place or anyone to take care of or support system.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it to let Julia end up to be in the street mental hospital. So basically, he bought this place and he took care of her, doctors, therapists. But then at the end, he lost the job, and the family stopped protecting him or helping him because he was the Jew. So basically, the parents of this guy stopped talking to him.
Okay.
So now is about 3 years that they did not communicating with each other because of Julia.
And has Julia spoken to her grandmother?
No. The last time that Julia went to Peter Ney house, it was, I think, 2 months ago or almost like 10 days before she started this social media. That's what she told me. And can you tell him to be a little bit quiet? Artie, can you just be quiet, please? Thank you. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'm having to let my son in. He's at the front door.
And the very funny or very strange or very interesting things to me was that, again, the mother gave Julia's to that lawyer. When he landed in U.S., 3 days later, we got the letter, or they got the letter, that indirectly the Peter Ney lawyer tried to shut Julia's mouth, to not talk and communicate or say anything about Peter Ney and the connection or relative things in between Martin Ney and all those stories.
Yeah.
Indirectly, sending the track to the boyfriend that we know your place. So if you are not stopping your girlfriend, we're going to do this and that. So when Julia went here, like they had a lot of back and forth on the phone with the boyfriend because boyfriend was scared. It's like, I'm not used to those stuff. I mean, like, I never got a lawyer letter from someone and somebody and I don't want that anyone's going to come to my place anymore.
Was it a cease and desist letter? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was like a warning type of, but it wasn't like a nice warning. It was like legally warning, but it was like very immediately you have to shut up kind of,
Okay. Yeah.
So for me it was like, why 83 years old man, too old, why he would even care? Do you want to find a job? You're too old and you have been in jail kind of a couple times, not even one time. You're still continuing to hurting people. But now when I was on the way to say about 2 months or 10 days before the Instagram account, Julia went to their house, the grandmother and the Peter Ney house. And Julia said that I went there just because I wanted to know the truth about why he kept the Martin Ney picture and why the sketch picture of this was actually in his house. And I tried to, again, ask nicely, tell me if I am Madeleine. I'm not going to do anything with you, but just tell me the truth or tell me if you were involved with anything that related to Madeleine.
Right.
And, he went very mad and he knows. And then I first felt that, okay, maybe she's made it up and all, but then she looked at me and says, well, I'm sure that you think about like I'm kind of delusional, I'll make him up. But you know what? There's a driver. I can call the guy and I can let the guy come to me. I said, well, okay, well, you can tell the guy too to say the same things as you're telling me. But then he said, no, this guy is actually like an Uber guy. You know, I don't know that guy, but I know the name because he gave me the number and everything, that if I needed to go to the police or back to the court,
Mhm.
so witness for me. So I called, she called in front of me, and that was a translator person next to me too, because I wanted to make sure what she's talking and what she's saying. And I said like, hey, do you remember me that day? I called you. I was next to the train. You picked me up, and yeah, and then yeah. So I needed you to come to this hotel. We will pay you when you come. You don't need to be worried about that. And this is it. You remember you told me you want to help me, so I wanted you to come and help me. And we took away the phone from her just to make sure that she's not texting back and forth, you know, with the driver, and just tell her
Yeah.
exactly what to do. So I told my assistant, "Oh, Julia, your phone is not charging. That was a very little old phone. Let's just like put it in the charger, and then we make sure that she's not getting involved with it and trying to hold it, do all the stuff." However, um, it was hard when he came. He was about a man like around 60, 62. And he said, yes, that night I work as this and this, and I pick her in that place, and I drove her like this. And yeah, that guy, the old guy, bowled a little bit, and then like was pretty mad at her, and I don't know what happened to them, but I saw when Julia came down, blood was all over the face, through the nose and whatever, and then she was scared, and the face was very red and kind of very angry. And as a man, I have 4 kids, so I want to go up and see who actually did that to this little girl, like a teenager. So why you did this? And he went up. She sat in the car, and then he opened the door, and he basically said very bad words to the driver. This is like, this is not fucking your business. Back off. And they sit in the car, and the boyfriend called Julia and says, "What we should do now?" And the boyfriend said that, "Come home now, and I don't want you to do anything because I don't want any more harm, because he can harm you if you go to the police or if you do anything, if you go to the court. So just come home. I'm home, just come home." And he was very mad that why Julia went to their house, which is I was mad too. I said, "Julia, this guy is a bebe, very bad. Why you have to go to his house alone by yourself without no protection, and then expect that he's gonna say, 'Oh honey, I love you, let me open the door and hug you forever.'" You have to understand, this guy is already convicted for 2.5 years jail. He
Is this
went.
Peter Ney?
Yes, yes.
I thought he was 80.
83.
83. Okay. Okay. Um, so when was he in jail? Do you know when it was?
Yes, it's actually on the court document, 2011, and it was about 2.5 years, 3 years almost. Yeah.
The grandmother stayed with him that whole time he was in
Oh yeah,
jail
yeah.
and still with him. That's unbelievable.
Yes, yeah, that's it. And they
Oh.
all, yeah, here we go.
So Fia, now that you know that her mom is her mom, you're looking into the dad, you're getting the DNA back on the 13th. How are you going to reveal it? Everybody wants to know kind of how, like, are you going to do a live for it, or what do you think? How will you approach it?
Yeah, I believe that I'm gonna do that way as well. And also I believe that the one thing's I am not like 100% sure that maybe it's a Julia mom, but to be honest with you, Julie, because of all of those things that I'm putting all together right now,
Yeah.
and then talking to the dad, because I wish that dad would call me sooner or communicate with me sooner. That would kind of like, had a lot of things. And another things, a lot of people out there, a lot of haters, they're trying to say that I'm lying because the mother already, made a statement there and that. So we found out who is the owner of that page, which is a UK based. So we found the person, and our lawyer sent a letter to them, to that lady.
Yeah.
And said, this page changed again, that paragraph and everything that you put on, and we want to know who called you. I wanted you to collaborate with us. If you're not collaborating, we're definitely going to go and take legal action, because based on what? what did you see, what they sent to you to prove that they are the parents,
Right.
what they said to you that proved that the police, the press police said
Right. Made
that,
that.
okay?
What did they tell
Or
you?
exactly. So they didn't answer us for almost for 10 days because I think they kind of trying to, but they changed a lot of things on that, place that they wrote. They
Yeah.
changed it right away. And Lure sent again and just said, listen, we know you are changing. We are like a hawks. We are watching right now what you're doing. It's not
Yeah.
going to help you. It's not going to help you. It's already there. So we want to know if you collaborate, we're not going to do anything with you. If you're not collaborating, we have to do something because you create a mess in Poland and you created the mess whole world. And you create this mess so bad that Julia was out online every single night, 24 hours and 7 days to prove that she's who she is.
Right.
You put her in a vulnerable situation. We want to know who had a conversation with you. Okay, about 4 days ago.
Just 4 days ago?
Exactly. They communicated, and the name of the lady is Yvonne. And I don't want to say the last name because I
Yeah.
don't want to destroy her career for sure.
Yeah.
And she said that I'm a web blogger, I'm just, people pay me, I write about other people, and this missing page, fan page, UK based. Yeah, I'm collaborating with them too, and this is the owner, and this owner would love to talk to you guys about it, and I have nothing to hide, and I want to tell you guys the truth, but you guys had to promise me to not coming after me, my family, or suing me or suing my family in Poland or doing anything to them.
Right.
And our lawyer basically says there is no problem, we can do it. And what she said, it sounded like the aunt had a conversation with a lady who is the sister of the other lady in UK.
A sister of Julia's mom?
Yeah, the lady who actually was involved was the lady around 22, 23 years old, almost the same age as Julia. And Julia indirectly and also directly knew her. So this sister, Yvonne, is in UK working there and basically with the family and other stuff and working for that things and doing all this professional stuff.
Yeah.
But what happened is this, that can you ask your sister, because we can't handle Julia anymore and she is not on a vacation, she's crazy, he wants to stop her. But you know what? We wanted you to say, we're going to write something for you and we want to give it to you. They write something which is that Yvonne said this is not right, correcting things. This is not going to make people to feel emotional. And
The mother did write something and then she changed it?
Not the mother, the aunt.
Oh, the aunt did. Okay. Okay.
So, and they said that we are paying $250. And or I don't know, was it their money or dollars? I'm not sure because I don't want to say something that is wrong. It was, I don't know, Zatas, dollars, I have no idea, but it was 250, okay? That's all I remember.
Yeah.
But because the parents is still in Poland and you are also work as a servitress, so we would love to help you and help your parents, but you have to help us to stop Julia, okay? And she called that lady and then says about this and this and this and says, okay, no problem. Just let me know what they want to say. And we asked her that, why you didn't ask for evidence? Did you even read about Madeleine McCann case? Did you even do the research? You're a web blogger,
Yeah.
You're a professional, Did you ever do any research? And she said, to be honest with you, I thought that's family to family, friend to friend. So I did it. And they were nice to offer money too. So I just thought that I have to believe in them. I said, did you even see any documents that says the doctor or the power of attorney from the mother that they said that my daughter is in danger, and the doctor wrote it. Police just stamp it and says yes. And yeah, this woman is out of control and you have to do something about it. She said, no. Did you call that guy, that name of the police that you put there? Did you call them? She said, no. I said, did you email that guy to see that this press, police, or spokesperson was real? She said, no. I said, well, this is not the right things, because if you continue that way, you're going to get sued no matter what, because
Yeah.
put untrue things out there when a big case. This is a big case. When I met Julia was so mad that why everybody hating me. I said, because Madeleine McCann case is a very emotional case, lady.
Yeah, it is. And so many people come out as fakes that immediately.
And I told her too on my lives, on my first live when I was here and I had a live with her. So it's like, listen to me, Julia. You can't just come out and say, I am, because you're not sure who you are.
Yeah.
You have, am I, not
yeah.
I am.
That's what she should have had. Yeah.
When you
but
say,
it grabbed people's attention and she ended up getting help through that. So
I don't know my English. I thought that am I or I am is not really the same. I think it's the same. That's what I thought. I didn't, that I said that I need the DNA from Gary and Kate. That means that I don't know. I said, no, this is not what you are thinking. So the lady apologized and said, we are willing to give you more information, the number of the person who called. We got and received all the numbers. We gather all those numbers right now. We have all of it. And basically everything. So when I went to Poland, the first things I did, my colleague says, go to the police station, the biggest one in Warsaw, that Wrocław, not Warsaw, Wrocław, that see if they know anything about the case. We went there. We had a conversation with them, civil and uniform police. None of them heard about McCann case, and they said there is a law in our country. We don't care about missing people out there. We're not getting involved. Never get involved, and never getting involved. If they wanted us to get involved, then it has to be forced by that country, and then it take about 1 year. So when you see that there is a press police or police press, whatever my English is, I don't know if I'm saying right or not.
Yeah.
They did not communicate and connect with the mother or the father. And we can't say if she is Madeleine or not, because we didn't done any investigation about her. So again, I don't know what you are trying to prove and disprove. And then the mother said that she went to Warsaw, the place that we were.
Yep.
To that police station. When we went to that first one and they said no, I said, Julia, I have to go to the second one. There is almost 4 police stations. Is actually one, the biggest one, which we went. The second one is next to the shop of the mom.
And you went to all 3, did you not?
All 4.
Or 4, yes.
So, and every single of them, they look at me like, are you nut job? Are you nuts? Are you crazy? What are you talking about? Look, I'm serious, Julia.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh,
I do.
Ooh. And then I asked them, like, okay, I want to have some police to confirm and go to the press and tell this.
And there was none.
This came to us. We didn't have, and you know what he said? We're not going to do it here. You have to go to Warsaw. The Warsaw means 5 hours away. You have to drive all the way 5 hours. You have to book an appointment. And they are going to say the same things. But I don't think so, because we wasn't involved. I said, oh, this is the name. This is the number. Number you call, boom. Nobody asked. So what I'm trying to say is that it was hurtful for me that people thought that I flew all the way for 18 hours and then stopped by in Berlin and Munich to do investigation about Peter Ney and see other about Martin Ney, waiting there for almost 2 days to get some information, and then go back to Julia, trying to take care of Julia's needs when it comes to health, which is the mother didn't. She was out of medication for 8 months, and she coughed that I thought that she had some very bad disease in the lungs.
Yeah, her asthma.
Cough as and she could just throw up like 2 times in the car. I was like, this is not right. We have to go to the doctor. And of course, every time I needed her to go somewhere, I don't want to go. I'm tired. I want to sleep. Julia, I
Well,
can't.
understandably though, if she's feeling that sick and has the aches, so she's lucky that she got you here, or that you got her here and in to see the doctors here.
Yeah, and then I see a lot of people that says, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Leave Julia to the parents." Guys, I wish
Yeah.
I were there.
Yeah, I think that people from my posts and what people comment, I think people appreciate what you're doing for her. I think that there's just all those underlying things like why is she doing this and what is she getting, and I think people now are realizing that like you're a good person, you're doing this for Julia, and the attention and media that comes along with it is coming along with it because of Julia's situation. And hopefully whatever is going on with the brain surgery, that it's gonna go well. And do you think she'll be here until the results from the DNA? And then when do you
Well,
expect her to go home?
we're here, and we have to also make sure that she got the right treatment while she's here in the United States. And we already kind of like gather all specialist people, and the father is in connect with them right now because the father again is in the medical field, and the
Yeah.
father is in the hospital. So at least there is one person that name as a father.
And you do trust the father? You
Yeah,
feel
yeah. He kind of said, "I'm sorry about things. I'm sorry." I said, like, why you didn't come out sooner? Why you didn't connect with me? I post my number on the Instagram of your daughter. Was the a million of people look at it. So why you didn't even call me when I were there? I could just meet you in a confidential way. I could just talk to you. I could just stop a lot of damages.
yeah.
And I should actually save my own energies, you know? I got fever there because it was so cold and my clothes wasn't really warm enough for that country.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I had even no time to go and buy something because 8 o'clock I have to be on Julia to wake her up. It took 2.5 hours for me to wake her up. And getting her ready. We have an appointment at the court. We have to be in the court. This is not a joke, man. Wake up.
Do you find her more active now that she's there with you? Like, is she doing her?
She got routine. The
And
reason
the sun must be nice too for her.
well, the part of the personality disorder that she has is the addiction personality. Like example, right. She likes coffee. She can have almost like 5,000 gallons a day. Okay, so she can't stop. If she likes to play game, she can sit down in front of the camera and play game for 9 hours nonstop.
Oh. Does the medication help that she's taking now?
It's not only medication. That's what the doctor said too. That's what I believe too. And after all those experiences that I have with a lot of clients and all other people that I really have, she needs therapy and routine.
Yeah. Is she getting therapy right now? Have you found anyone?
And also routine. So routine is about you have to wake up at this time.
Yeah.
You have to go to the shower.
Make your bed. Yeah. Get your day going. Yeah. Is she there now?
Yes. And she's very uncomfortable last night when she came down and saw I'm talking to Becca and Ash. And she even was so aggressive to me afterward and said, "Why you are talking to them? They're hating us." So like, Julia, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Even Becca and even Ash wanted to protect you from me because normally as a mother should take care of the kid. So they thought that I'm coming in the middle of you and the mother and tried to push you away and take you to the US for publicity. Like example, this is what I want to tell you to your audience and people. If I was look into the publicity, why not post every single thing that I have? All the videos that I have right now in my hand, I didn't post on my YouTube account. I have YouTube account. I have subscribers. I have people. I can get a lot of attention from that. I could actually post on my TikTok. I didn't even know that I had TikTok until actually my assistant says, "Like, "Yeah, do you know that I created TikTok for you a couple of years ago?" I said, "No, I don't know."
Yeah.
Seriously. I
Yeah.
mean, surgery here, don't think about the money and finance, because I have people, I have resources that together with me and the specialist that I met yesterday, which was very nice gentleman, can help to make it happen in USA.
Yeah.
But right now, people who are, and they are having your legal, basically, or their legal parents, the father is already moved forward and said, I can write anything you guys wanted me to do. You guys can supervision me, and and you guys can come, even your team can come to Poland and watch me, dog watch me, that I'm not gonna harm my daughter. I never intended, and I'm gonna be there for the surgery. I'm gonna make sure that she's gonna undergo in the right way.
And is
But
Julia okay with that?
well, Julia is very connected to the dad. I have all the text messages, guys, because I know after all those things gone, everyone is gonna say, "Well, Fia is a liar. Fia lied. Fia there's." I have all the text messages back and forth in between the father and Julia. Since
And
Julia's
and so Julia is good with that. Like she's okay staying with her dad and wants to do that.
dad come and help me, I don't want my mom. So my
Oh,
mom not even come next to me. I asked the guy, if you are a father, you don't want to tell me, you don't want to say who you are, and I don't care. But what I do care, you have to go to the court, and you have to get the power of attorney of your daughter, and you have to protect your damn daughter for her mother.
do you have to do that when she's over 20?
They can, because when Julia is all over the place, that's what actually I thought when people come and hit me back and forth that, oh, that's the Julia's mother. You're disrespecting Julia's mother by picking up her and kind of like, because I thought this. If you claimed that your daughter has any type of mental condition, if my daughter had,
Yeah.
the first things I would do, go to the court, talk to the doctor, talk to the therapist, and ask them for the opinion. What can I do if my daughter in some point got all over the place, and do something?
Like a conservatorship or whatever you mean?
No, power of attorney of health.
Okay. So then he would be
Easily, I can go apply in power of attorney for Julia.
okay.
Basically, she told me now, like, I wanted you to be my power of attorney. I said, like, this is not my job. This
Right.
is your father's job.
Right.
And your father needed to do that in order to protect you towards the family of your mother and your mother.
And now you think he's willing to do that?
He swore to God. He's a very spiritual person. He's from the moment that he spoke to me, he spoke about God and
Yeah.
how God is, and it sounds like I feel that I'm in the church, and just listening to the press priest that trying to convince me on something. And me, when I asked Julia, are you okay? I got all the text messages and everything that go back and forth in between the father and daughter, father and daughter, father and
Yeah.
daughter. And it no harm. Julia was so happy. Like, she came down, like the first time when he had a conversation with Julia, she came down, hugged me, like jumping up and down, like, this is what happened. What happened?
Oh, that's so good.
My dad called me. I said, okay, thank God. And he saw all my lives,
Yeah.
and he sent a very long message to Julia and said that I'm happy that you end up with Fia, and I'm happy that you are in the United States because you always dreamed to be a singer, to go somewhere and to do something. And I'm happy that you are there right now. Just enjoy. That was a little text, okay? Then 2 days later, it was a big call, like 45 minutes conversation in between
Oh,
them.
that's good.
Yeah. So I said to the father that at this moment, Julia needs a physical treatment, not be a singer, not having an album out or anything.
Yeah. It sounds like she's got some pretty serious medical conditions.
She got mad at me. She just told me that, I still can sing, I still can dance. I said, Julia, this is serious. You're still young,
Yeah.
and you can sing forever. You can do the album 5 years from now. You can do the
Yeah.
album 10 years from now. You're young. You're 21. Man, you can be anyone. But first, if you want to become somebody, you have to be healthy.
Yeah.
Not healthy. You need to put yourself back into routine. You need to really think about your physical issues right now, and you need to make a decision with your dad.
Yeah.
So I can promise you guys, if ever anything happened that Julia make a decision to go home
Yeah.
after the 13 or next month or whatever it is, or when her visa is gone, there is a protection order that Peter and I can't come close to Julia in any ways. The father will apply for protection order also through the mother and the families of the mother.
Okay.
The mother, husband, which basically hurt Julia a lot too. And I totally understand. Julia's attitude or personality maybe is not the top shiny one. That's why you may gonna be angry and mad when she's not listening. But that doesn't mean that you have to go and hit her and punch her, That
Yeah.
means that you do something. You need to talk to the therapist and see, like, when she says such things like that, how we should protect her. How can we do this,
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, I need to do something about it. And I said, only in one condition, I allow you to be in Julia's life. As a father or as a person that you wanted to be like a human, a Christian, a God believer, the spiritual, that you have to go to the court, and we are going to make sure that you do. The lawyer in Poland will help you. You don't need to pay a penny.
Yeah.
And your wife should not be concerned about anything, because the wife was very, very nasty and doesn't want Julia for any reason that he connect with Julia at some point.
Do you mean her dad's wife?
No, no, wife of the dad. The dad got the wife. This dad, the Karen dad.
The stepmother then.
No. The real father. The real father got married.
Yeah.
So he has a wife, and he has to. The wife did not really want Julia to get close to the kids or to his life.
Oh, well, that's not good.
So I said, don't worry about her. We can convince her in so many ways, but you have to prove and you have to promise to get all court order for protection to make sure that no one is going to get close to Julia and Julia's boyfriend when Julia landing in Poland.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has to be the paper from the court. And if you have to wait another 2 months, we will another 2 months. I have no problem to hold your daughter here and taking care of it and, take the doctor and do all of the stuff, which is, he almost cried on the phone and just say, well, you are a very good-hearted person, and I'm so happy for that. But you know what? I want to do it now, and I want to connect with that lawyer. I want to make sure that we arrange everything, and I want to make sure that we do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
it happens sooner than later, and she can get kind of her life set.
Because this surgery is very important, Julie, and it has to happen soon.
Do you think she will?
She has no choice.
Okay.
No, she's not in any position to make a decision for herself, because what she's trying to do, basically, she's killing herself with unhealthy lifestyle, killing herself with just gaining weight, and this disease get worse and worse and worse. And this is not the right things. And at this moment, she's depressed. When you are depressed, you don't want to do anything. You just want to sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially, you're not only depressed right now, you think that, oh, shoot, what if actually the result come back and they said I'm 100% not that lady that I said, and now a lot of hates is going to come towards me. And basically, she told me, I said, listen, Julia, you have to face something that you did, okay? Take responsibility. You go out talked to tons of people. And even when I said, don't talk, you talk without my permission. You said too much things to people. It's done. It's over. Now we have to figure it out. Would
Move
you
forward.
continue to have a life?
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I asked the father that why your daughter was in these platforms that selling sex at the age of 11 and 12. Why? Where you have been? Oh, we couldn't.
With his new wife.
It's like he was quiet. And I said, I understand that your wife never wanted you to be involved with Julia ever again, but as a dad, if she is really your baby girl, no matter what your husband or your wife saying, you have to goddamn it do something about it.
Yeah.
You can't just because my wife doesn't like, I don't want to take care of my baby girl and let the 11 years old go to all crazy platforms. You know, when I waited for the test result, the blood test result, I asked the doctor just get all those sexual diseases to make sure that if she has any of them.
Yeah.
And thank God she didn't, but she had much worse things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. It sounds it.
However, I felt that this is not right. And I want to tell you, it happened last night. I wanted to tell you, Julie, and I want to tell your audience to know what happened last night. It was a lady from Portugal. I don't want to give the name yet, but I will soon. And I will let you guys know, both Ash, Becca, you, and all other people out there.
Okay.
You guys need to go after those people, not people who basically help others. So that lady started to messaging Julia and asked Julia to ask me that if she can go to LA or she can drive all the way to LA or call the Uber. She came down and said, I want to go. I said, where you want to go? I said, I want to go. I want to have my passport and I want to have my ID. I said, what? You're not going to get any passport, any ID. You don't even know LA. LA is not like Poland. And you have no idea what you're doing. You have no money.
Was this the 2 a.m. Or the, oh, I just said 2 a.m. That was the Poland story. Was this when your husband had to go speak with her?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, and she kind of like, no, I have right to go outside of the street. I have right to do this. I said, yes, you do. But I'm not going to allow you to do alone.
How would she find Julia? Like, is Julia
old phone number was okay, which is not anymore because the dad stopped the activation.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I had a big conversation with him today.
Okay.
And then basically they kind of like, she basically saying that, you know what, if she has not really gave you whatever you want, call the cops and tell that she's not allowed you to go out. She took away your passport. And you know what? I'm a journalist. I can take you to the TV.
People will say anything.
And listen, and you can tell what Fia done that to you. That you can't go out. You're not allowed to go to the street by yourself. And you know what? She took away your medication and give it to you by the hand. So you don't know what Fia gave you as a medication. You have to figure it out. So she knew, based on the sickness that she had, how to manipulate Julia to go against me and go to LA. And she said that I come all the way here to see you. Seriously?
So this woman was saying she was from Poland?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
she's from Portugal.
Oh, Portugal. Sorry, you did say that.
Journalist.
Yeah.
And into that and saw, wow, they had a long conversation from the moment that she opened that Instagram account. And then she gave the address to the mother, to her. She gave the real address of the father. She gave the real address to stop. and she gave the real address to Pyrenees house.
She's just naive. Yeah, she was
And
believing everything.
because somebody said I'm a journalist, then she thought, and then she said that our TV stations is close by to the place that Maddie was vanished. And you know what? I can help you. I am going to talk to Gary and Kate tomorrow. Just listen to this one. Tomorrow, like it was about like February 17, I am booking the trip to London. I am talking to them, and they're willing to tell me and do something that I will take you there and see them. But first, we have to go to Portugal and do some TV interviews. But this stupid Fia should not be with you.
Yeah.
And exactly that word. And I was like, seriously? Who are you? And she went to the house of the mom, take videos, send the videos to Julia. Is it this house? Is it this house? Is it that apartment? Is it?
Gosh.
And I was like, what did you, Julia? What? You gave the information, a very sensitive information, to a journalist that don't even know if she is a journalist. She could be someone that maybe harm people.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't know. And then we look into the phone and just like, Julia, can I have a phone? And I said, like, this woman guided her. Go outside of in the backyard, call the cops. When the cops come in, just say Fia hostage you in the house, and then they can escort you.
Thea, do you think that this will change now that she knows her mom is her mom? Do you think she will start like
right now, to be honest, if the dad, whatever the dad said to me, promised me in the morning, because I was so mad at him and I screamed at him. I said, you know what? My 3 kids never saw someone hysterically cry in the middle of the night, screaming, yelling, because your daughter does all this stuff in my house, and I'm still trying to hold myself calm and relax. But you know what? I can't tolerate that your daughter communicating with other people who are dangerous. Yeah. And I directly communicated with the lady. I said, lady, listen to me. I can expose you very easily. I can destroy your whatever career you have. If you are a journalist or not a journalist, the channel that you think that you are working in Portugal, I can destroy it in a day. But I'm not willing to, because you are telling me, I'm sorry, Julia lied, Julia is not stable. Well, I read all your text messages with your crazy English. So why you're lying to me? I have Julia's phone right now in my hand. You are texting back and forth from actually the moment that Julia opened these things. And you trying to take Julia away from me, even back then. And Julia even told you that this is the number that you have to call, not me anymore. And you can't, and you say, no, don't worry. I'm not going to do the interview with her. I don't need to talk to Fia. I just want to know where your dad lived, when your mother lived, when other things, what other things. It's like, and I asked, and she called me. She called me last night because she was so scared. And she kind of like, can I please call? I said, like, oh, do you speak English? And of course, her English was just as bad as mine. So, and I tried to even understand, like, if you're trying to do to Julia, you say you are a journalist, but did you even read the chart? Did you even go? You said that you went to Poland. You posting a picture of the mother house, the shop house, and everything. You even promised her that the mother will communicate with Julia back then, like February 1st and whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she didn't. What are you up to, lady? And you don't know what type of disorders Julia had? And you're trying to manipulate her brain to take her out to LA for just little interview alone with Julia to get to know if there is already reveal of the DNA test, and you want to be the number one person that is gonna boom send it to Portugal TV.
Yeah,
you may be actually a PD range. I have no idea who you
Yeah,
are.
you don't know. Yeah.
And to be honest, that was a warning from my husband. And my husband said, you know what? I accept anything what you set me to do. But at this moment, Fia, you need to talk to the father and mention exactly what happened. The
Yeah.
father needs to go and destroy that phone number. And we have to protect Julia. He has to protect Julia. And
Yeah.
he needs to take a responsibility. And again, 1.5 hours before our call and before our live, so I did. I called and he basically was very nice and understood and said, I'm sorry about like what happened. I said, don't be just sorry. Do something about it.
Yeah.
Because
Fix it.
your daughter is still in danger. Because your daughter can open another Instagram account, go to all those 6 platforms, and again, open up with all the bodies. So of course, she came to me and said sorry to me, said sorry to Rick, and he came down, relaxed. But until now, I still shaking.
Yeah, that's scary. That's scary.
And then coming to me and telling me that, look at my phone, and I'm looking at the phone and says like she's taking pictures, but not the way that a lady take a picture of herself. I said, Julia, why you have those pictures in my room, in my house? Why you do that? It's no, it's just for my boyfriend. I said, no, this is not just for your boyfriend. I found many other things about you and what you are up to. So don't lie to me and tell me the truth. I know you have a behaviors problem. I know you have issues. It's fine. But you have to tell me the truth. Because I can't help you. The therapist can't help you. The other person can't help you because you are lying to them. If you do lie about what you are doing as behaviors, none of us can help you.
Yeah.
And we are not like your mother or your father or anybody else that's going after you. But we need to know why you took those pictures of yourself. And then we found out that there is an organization in Poland that they ask for pictures, naked pictures, that they can sell to that organization.
Sent them?
Yeah, they buy from them. So I called the lawyer, I called my colleague in Poland. I said, we have a situation. You guys go to this place. This is the number of the guy. This is the telegram. And you guys need to do that. And I'm waiting for their call, which is going to be tomorrow, like mid of night my time, that we figure out what we found about this guy. Who is this guy? And why Julia is still continuing to do that.
That's awful. Is Julia okay with you having a live with me today? Was she?
Yes. Okay? Actually, she said, I don't want to be in any lives anymore. I hate all of them. I said, no, you love them. Because somehow, in some point, they tried to protect you and try to make sure that you are not going crazy out. So you have to say thank you to them. But again, it's not Julia's fault, Julie.
Yeah. You can tell that she has a lot of trauma.
All those issues because of the stupid mother and because of the care and because of the grandparents, which was, as I can say.
Yeah. No, we know. Yeah.
So it's not her fault that she can't control her emotion. It's not her fault that she can't put herself back from things. And I said, Julia, I did everything what I could to build your credibility as a lady.
Yeah.
And make sure that people understood about your behavior.
She is still young, though. I mean, 21, 22 is still young, and you make bad choices. And I mean, she's lucky she's got someone guiding her, but that's got to be hard because you're not her mom. So to step in and.
Well, I just said to Julia, I am here for you. If you want to do the surgery, Julie, I mean it, and I'm saying that. I am here for her, and I have money. I
Yeah.
have that is celebrity already communicated with me. He already said there's no problem, Fia. You don't need to be concerned about surgery. I will get involved. And the doctor who basically they introduced to us the very, very, very known specialist in Cedar Sinai Hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Beverly Hills. He said that I'm fine, guys. You guys pay the surgery room. I'm fine. I don't want anything from you guys. And this
If
is
if she goes to Poland and has it, does she have coverage?
that's exactly what I asked the dad today, and we did yesterday. It sounded like they had to pay half, and the other half the government basically
Oh,
paying. It's not like a full coverage, but
yeah.
most of it the government can stand by this because uh, her situation right now, her treatment right now, is more important
Yeah.
for everyone too because it's the life-threatening things. It's not about the beauty or something. It has to happen. So they can't deny it, and they had to basically cover all the cost. But my things is still like, can I trust them? I just had a conversation with the lawyer too. I said like, I don't know if I can trust even the hospital, if I can trust if they are even capable to do that because
Well, especially because it's brain surgery. You want someone who's, exceptional in that.
well here in Cedar Sinai, you know what it is like here in Cedar Sinai
Yeah.
we have most amazing hospital and all surgeons here they are number one top one, and that one that basically willing to do that through my celebrity friend,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it for free so you guys just pay for them, for just other cost. I'm done. I'm as and it could be about 23 to 24 hour surgery, so it's not about like 2 hours.
And
you
then
know
this huge recovery after.
Huge recovery after, which
Yeah.
is again, we went to another hospital. The place that I am living, there is a hospital which is named Mission Hospital. There is a lot of rich people that already found in this hospital, which is they are always donate for people
Yeah.
who they don't have money, but they are
Yeah.
absolutely need the surgery. So we already talked to them. We
Okay.
already with them, and they said that we have no issue if she stay in Cedar Sinai for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks we can deliver her to here, which is
Okay.
no cost. And here actually this hospital is a very very known one here in this area because all the doctors everyone is all trained and is the most beautiful amazing one in this area. So
Okay.
they we can cover it with you guys don't need to cover from your own packet because I think everyone when actually we're starting to talk about the situation that Julia went through, I think everyone understood that it's not about money anymore, it's about to saving a life of a young lady who really went through a trauma and she is not even herself and she can't even find herself, and we have to do this because we need to at least make her to be alive
Yeah.
and to find.
If she doesn't get this surgery, is it life threatening
Yeah, it is. and
eventually, kind of thing?
and she's going to basically not able to continue.
Does she have like symptoms right now that she can take medication for to relieve until she has the surgery?
Yeah, because the pain through the bones, legs, arms, and everything. The like mid of night, cried a lot, and
Yeah.
up actually last week, and because my husband kind of like woke me up and just wake up, wake up. She's now crying hysterically, and now I have to see what's going on. So I went to the room and says, Julia, are you okay? And says, no, I think that my boyfriend broke up with me. I said, like, what are you talking about? So well, because I just want to die. Talking about we are going to go into the doctor and everything is going to be fine. And then she said, I'm in pain. I have a lot of pain fear right now. I need the painkiller, and I can't even hold my hand anymore because I can't even hold my hand up to this because here is so painful. Here is so painful. Hold my body, my legs. I can't even move my legs. I couldn't go to the bathroom because it's so painful. So I said, okay, no problem, honey. I will bring you that. I can't give I can't put the medication next to her because she can take 5 pills, and 2 pills right away when
Uh,
there is a coming. So I said, okay, no problem. Stay here. I'm going to go and I'm going to bring the medication for you. again, she needs care, and she needs that someone watching her, Julie, 24 hours and 7 days. She's not able to be by her own. And what we said here at that hospital, which is, it was day before yesterday, I had a meeting with them, long meeting with them. They said, Fia, there is a rehab center as well. After, let's say, 2 months recovery, we
Yeah.
can send her to the rehab center, which is a very nice one. And they are going to continue to do the mental and the physical. And if there is a need that she needs to learn again to walk or talk or hold in something, then
Yeah.
there is a therapist there. There is a speak therapist. There is all other things. So you don't need to be concerned. So I said, well, is it possible that telling me how much is going to be the cost? And then he said, don't worry about it. We are going to talk to them too. And we're going to make sure that we cover that as well. And even my friend said, you know what, Fia, I can stand for all cost. I don't have no problem, man.
So
So,
does she have to decide whether to go home with her dad to do this or to stay and go to the
and
rehab then?
honest, Julie, I'm not feeling comfortable to let Julia go home. But at the same time, you know, I'm not comfortable to say no to the dad either because, again,
Yeah. Which one does Julia want to do? Does she want to stay or go?
she wants both.
Yeah. She wants her dad, but she wants to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said that I'm sure that son is not really having the nice doctors that you guys had, because she met those doctors and they have been so nice to her and just like so friendly. Oh my God, like in Poland, we don't have those doctors. They're pretty nasty. They're not even answering me back about like what had happened to me. But this,
Yeah.
like, spend 45 minutes, you know. And I said, okay, listen to me, Julia. You have time to think about it.
Yeah.
I am going to respect your decision. At the same time, I'm going to follow up with your dad to make sure that your dad promises not break. And I will make sure that even you do the surgery, that surgeon here in Cedar Sinai, communicate with the surgeon in, and make sure that they extend or exchange the opinions towards each other.
Yeah.
And maybe this surgeon here can guide your surgeon in some point, or the opinions, not guiding, maybe he's better than him, but guiding, just exchanging the opinions towards each others,
Yeah.
and then the surgery. So she said, that's the good idea, but like one day she's okay with that, another day she doesn't want to go, the second day, well, I have to go, the third day, well, I don't want to go. So
Yeah.
it's time to make a decision. Make a decision. We see what happens. But me personally, I don't wanted her to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me as a mother, because I feel connection with her, because she's innocent. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. She's lovely. When she's lovely, Julie, she's the most innocent, lovely person you can even imagine.
Yeah.
Super beautiful. But again, this is not her. I always actually tell other people when they say, "Oh, she's this," I said, like, it's not her. It's her disorder. It's her issue. It's not her.
It sounds like she has a lot going on. And oh, I have a hat on. That's great. And the trauma. Yeah. Do you
And
think
then again, for people who actually wanted to know, I mean, it's so funny that everybody want to know about like my degrees and my badge and as a private investigator. Guys, think about it. Why should I expose myself to the world, okay, and speak with a 75 to 100 journalists, which is every each of them that are nosy and crazy? Oh, thank you, I love this. Yes.
That's my favorite.
So crazy without even having anything in my hand. What did you guys think about me before Julia? I had money, I'm rich, and I had my life. Julia just came to my life 2 months ago.
Right.
I think certain people, so why I have to even lie about situation? I mean, why? And people ask me, oh, Dr. Phil never checked. Oh, yes, Dr. Phil actually checked every single shit about you before you get you on the stage. Do you know why?
I did find that weird, the Dr. Phil show. I at first when I heard you were going on, I thought DNA results, yay! And then when it wasn't the DNA results, I was extremely surprised. I didn't find that he dug into anything. I feel like he
No, he did.
guys a
We
few
had,
questions that you had already
we had,
shared, and then he didn't get into anything, and then you were gone.
first of all, they communicate with us. They asked me. They wanted us both.
Yeah. Yeah.
We understand.
Fia, I didn't even know the Dr. Phil show was still on until I heard the two of you were going on. So I'm sure it was ratings and all of that for him to have you on. So
My sister told me that we will this document, we will that document, we will all the research that you did. And the reason that we went even to that show, because I was so happy that they want to say something about that funny, phony statement in the UK fan page to say the evidence that Fia found, because we gave it to them.
About it not being accurate, you mean, from the parents?
About that everything that is there based on the cops, what the cops says, what the says, and they gave us something that we had to prove it to other people, like legal people, that none or no police confirm, and there is no press police there, and this is all based on the lie and BS. And I thought, and I even told the producer, there is the three producers, of course, none of them knowing anything about each other when they're doing things. They're all over the. And the last time when I'm gonna just go out from the room, I see like they ask me about this and that. I said like, honey, check your mail, check your email. I already emailed, my assistant emailed you every single details, and I wanted you to do something about it.
That's I found weird. I thought it would be more in depth, and it wasn't at all.
And then when we went out, I said very clearly to the producer, to that lady, I said, listen, if in anyhow he says something to Julia to make Julia cry on the stage, I found a lot of stuff about other things and other family members of him, which I am going to, boom, bring it out.
Wait, of Dr. Phil, you mean?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm not like any other guest that's sitting there
yeah.
and says sorry.
Yeah.
So I have my research. I have everything about anything that I know.
Yeah.
Evidence-based, and you guys not allow me to take any. They didn't even allow us to take anything with us on the stage. I said, like, I have papers. I went, no, nothing. I said, why? I want to have it. I want to show it. No, you can't have anything. And then there's little things that everybody just making fun of Julia, that it was Fia's idea to make sure that this little things is going to be like make everybody to feel bad. No, Julia hold into that little teddy bear for years. And this
what was the teddy bear? So that's her stuffy from
Julie. My housekeeper wanted to wash it, and she was so aggressive towards my. Why you have to? I was like, your teddy bear is so dirty. You didn't.
Her putting it on Dr. Phil was odd, just because she's 20, whatever. And I know it was probably like a security thing for her. But...
Just because people think that she's 21. To me, she's 14.
Yeah, it looked set up. It looked like it was to make her look younger and to have like I don't know, just to make it look more sympathetic towards her maybe or something is what it looked like.
I just had a very long conversation before we get on the stage to not take that.
Yeah.
My thing was first of all, so dirty. Number two, you are sitting now in an international TV and trying to prove yourself that your head is in a place and you want to talk to people and bring justice. But why you want to bring this little one? It shows that you are so childish and you are acting not right and you may not really certain about yourself. Just leave it. And she said, no, this has to come with me. And I said, okay, take it. The producer doesn't want it, that any of us had anything in our hand.
Yeah, yeah.
But she refused to even walk into stage without that little things.
Do you
And I,
think do you think she would say hi to everybody on here? Or
Julia,
just is she there?
yeah,
Hi, Julia. She
I
probably
told.
thinks I'm nuts. I swear I'm not crazy.
Okay, it's a very good conversation. I know you heard that. Okay,
Aw.
then no,
She said no. Okay. Well, tell her everybody's asking about her and worried for her and would love to say hi to her.
just a second.
Or sing for us.
No.
Look at that. No, she still doesn't
Yeah,
want.
he acted very bad to me. Like after I was done with the live with Becky and Becca and Ash. I mean,
Yeah.
she stopped even talking to me, and I said, "Honey, I told you last night that I'm gonna go and talk to Becca and Ash, and they're nice. They're basically understood what's my role is, what's the problem is with you having. No, no, no. I don't like them. I don't. It's okay that you don't like them. It's okay that you're still worried and scared of them. It's fine, but now." It's time to just say hi and communicate with them, and don't. No, I don't. No, I don't want to do
Oh.
it. So she sat there and she heard everything. She said, I got it. And she said, it's okay, but I don't want to come.
It,
And, and
she's
actually,
mad that you're on right now, though.
she's into the pajamas still. So
Oh, is she? I love it.
she's
Well,
not,
it's what lunchtime there, isn't it? Or two?
well,
Oh, no.
30 is more than lunchtime. And I told her already that at 11:30, you have to, at basically 1:30, you have to get ready, take a shower, because I know they take 2 hours for her to get ready when I say we're going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Tonight, she said, you have to promise me to take me to the place in LA that is a karaoke and I can basically sing, you know. And I said, Julia, I don't know if it's the right time tonight, but I will make sure if I can do it. I can make sure if I can do it. And she said that you have to. Okay.
Julie, tell her to sing something for us from the stairs, and then everybody will be happy.
Can you, don't come down. Can you
Or
just,
to yell hi.
oh, she got mad now. She went.
Oh
Okay.
no, sorry.
You know, when she says no, that's no.
Yeah. Oh,
That's,
sorry.
that's the way that I can push too much, because if I push too much, it will cause another issues in my house that could kind of go directly to my kids. And
Oh yeah, no.
people says that, you know, she's lying. Guys, for the God's sake, why I should lie?
No, I believe that. I believe she's watching.
Guys,
Yeah.
you guys never ever lived with someone that had so many disorders and went through a trauma and PTSD almost every single 5 minutes. When we were on the show on Dr. Phil, she had screamed so badly to the boyfriend that didn't call her and supported her and her day, which is all people around they just been scared of, like what's going on, because she can't control her emotion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people out there, they loved it when she went viral on Instagram and trying to cry, screaming, acting, posting all this shit. It's like, guys, it could be your own daughter, it could be your own sister. It's not a show, it's not a reality show. We're talking about a human that right now is dealing with everything, and no one can even help her without she agree with that.
Yeah.
So it's hurting me. And the most things that are hurting me is just people like going after my degrees and my. It's like, are you guys nut job? I mean, like, how can I get myself out, expose myself to all the TV stations, all the places, going to the Dr. Phil show all the way, and not even worried about if someone is gonna dig me into and figure it out about my life? Are you guys kidding me? And why I should even say that?
Yeah.
Your psychologist, she has a psychologist, she has therapists. The reason I don't want to even do anything with Julia is just because I am just working daily with Julia as an investigator and as a person, as a human being, or as a person that worked with tons of people out there, my clients worldwide, over 27,000 people, to understood exactly what I have to treat someone like her.
Yeah.
Instead to be happy for her, So you're trying to hitting me back and forth. It sounds like we are in the middle of the box ring and just boom, boom, boom. And my husband would just said, that's your fault. I told you you should not get involved. I said, like, it's not about you tell me. This is me, Fia. I built myself. I do remember one day in Stockholm, I was maybe about 19 and 18. I went to 5 jobs and I came home and I had high fever. The only things I did remember, I shut my door and I passed out in the middle of the entire house. And then I woke up 2 days later. Nobody even was worried or called because I had no one there. I know how to feel when someone is sick and vulnerable and nobody even is there to even care about you. I told my husband, I understand you are not coming from that family. Your mother, your parents was so caring about you and your sisters. But me, my background, I'm self-made.
Yeah.
I can't let another lady, a young lady, a 21, that does not even look like 21, it look like 14, 15, and 16,
Yeah.
go to the hell with the 120 speeds. I need to do something about it. I have resources. I know people. I built myself in this country too in 14 years. So those people who promised me in the past that they would help me, when there is someone indeed need help, now they stepped out. Now they want, because I got a lot of resources and helps and everything for the project that we have in Texas for trafficking and young ladies.
How come it's in Texas? Did you live in Texas? Is that why?
Well, we have, me and my partner, we do have places and also the companies there, which is all about to figure it out exactly what's going on, getting deep into all this pharmaceutical things, all the human sex trafficking, women.
So is your partner in Texas?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
So that's my badge and everything is from Texas. That's why I'm working there. That's why I'm traveling back and forth. That's why when I spoke to Brad, I said, Brad, what do you think? What we should do now? And he said, of course, there's a vulnerable woman out there, and we have resources, we have data, and we're going to get into and we're going to bring it in. Let's do it. And I said, well, there is no money. I can pay you. You're my partner, but I can pay those people that you want to send and my colleague.
Yeah.
Fine. Fia, life is not about money. So you see what my point is about to be human. And we acted right away. And with all the data and resources that we have already, as a big company, as a big investigator company, which work with those women in need, because our specialty was exactly as Julia came as a background,
Yeah.
that I can't say on TikTok. So that's what we do there.
Yeah.
So that's why we had tons of resources and tons of experiences. And they knew that I absolutely wanted to figure it out about the situation with Maddie for almost from 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I was involved with that case before even Julia found me. Even Julia come to me. A lot of you ask me this question: how Julia found you? Instagram. And how?
I thought that you had reached out to Julia.
No. That's why my husband was like, you're not allowed to go because we don't know her. We don't know who she is. We don't know if she's saying the right things. You can throw your credibility and yourself on the bus. You may listening to someone that has some mental health condition. So we had, actually, me and my husband, actually, I really want to do some interviews someday with him that you can see. He was like, no. And yes. We had almost 2 days not talking to each other because I was so emotional when I had a conversation with Julia on the phone, on FaceTime, And she cried and cried and cried. And I said, Julia, come closer. And I look into this. I said to my husband, I don't care what you're saying right now. I have to go.
Yeah.
If she's not or she is, there is something in that eye. And I'm going to go for this eye. You know what? And no matter what, if she needs help and if she's not even the real person or a psycho or whoever you're worried about, I'm fine with it. I will help her.
You must be, because now that you know her mom is her mom, that you know that she's not Madeleine McCann, but you're still invested. You're still in there. So now is when kind of everything comes out, because now you know that none of that is kind of what you've been looking into. You've discovered it's not. So now you're still there for her.
Exactly. But still, I'm respecting and waiting for that DNA test. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, there's not something that I can tell you right now, science-based, 100% that she's the mother, 100%
Yes.
the father, 100% this and that. There's nothing like that. Not yet. But as far as I'm concerned, as far that we go through everything, like example, this is actually the childhood, books of Julia, which is when you're born, you have to have everything right.
Oh, the health book or whatever?
Like a health book.
Yeah.
When mother gets pregnant, the name of the mother has to be in here, the pregnancy time, then when baby come out, and all this stuff come out. So again, 6 or 5 years is missing. Why?
Yeah.
Well, you would feel the same, Julie. And she showed that to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? She doesn't lie. That's true. Why? And you know what? Let's go to the hospital that basically the mother said that she burned there. And we went. And
nothing.
No, nothing. And then
into it. I mean, I understand why you looked into it. And the whole thing's fascinating. That's why so many people are following along. And that's why we're hooked. Is, I mean, everybody loved Madeleine McCann and was just sick when all that happened. But now I feel like they feel that way towards Julia. Like, I feel like people are literally like invested. They care about her. They want to know what's going on. And that's why everybody's still invested and following.
And then basically I tried to communicate with a couple of journalists in Poland, like a Polish one that said all the bullshit about that, oh, the statement is this is the number of the things and all the stuff. None of them answered back because they have been scared. Because I said that now I'm here to want to know exactly who gave you guys the information that you guys just said, the Polish, very top, whatever the press was that said this and that. I want to know.
Yeah.
She didn't answer back. We wrote them a big letter and asked them, we want to know, who did you get that information? Why you post those stuff out there? Who said that to you? Who is the guy? You said there's the cops involved. Who's the cops? I need the number. I am here in this country. I want to talk to that spokesperson. Where is that spokesperson?
Yeah.
Where is that spokesperson?
There's so much fake stuff out there, though. Like, it's unreal.
That's why the Sun magazine in UK and Radar, which is a lot of...
That's another thing.
No, we are not paid anyone for anything.
Not legit, like, trusting articles. Yes. But that was another issue. I think that was, a part of the problem with people saying, like, oh, this is crap. And I knew from your lives that you were saying it was legit interviews from you, but people wouldn't know that because they publish a lot of garbage.
Love about them.
Yeah.
Every time I said I have some news, they wanted me to approve, take a video of Julia and say, Julia, is that okay that they publish this? Is it okay that they publish that? Yeah. And on top of that was also that I need to have the evidence about it. Like,
right.
Fia, you said there is Peter Ney and Peter Ney was convicted. We need to have the evidence. Fia, you said that this and this and happened when you went to we want to have the evidence. They always wanted to have a papers that is legit, to see that first.
Yeah.
And then all other magazines, all other UK press, they copy paste Whatever the Sun magazines, boom, 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 did. And whole the world then started to do boom, 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 too.
Yeah.
So I didn't talk to million journalists.
Yeah.
I spoke with 3 legit journalists. And that's why I always keep myself there. And I did not give any, like anyone out there says, oh, I had a conversation with Fia. No, you're lying.
Yeah.
I didn't have a conversation with you. I didn't say anything about things.
And I know I didn't believe it unless you shared it on your Instagram. If I saw you post it, then I knew it was legit.
And I had to tell you this. Julia had no money when we were in Poland, and the boyfriend, of course, not. And basically, I said, well, Julia, let me just ask the journalists who want to come from France, example, if they can give some money to you because of the new picture that they want to use of you. Let's see if they are agree with that. They didn't even call back.
Oh.
They don't want it to even actually give $50 for 10 pictures that they want to publish and take a lot of money on their press. They didn't.
Yeah.
And the Dr. Fieldings, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And whatever he made or whatever the producer made, I don't know. But I know that the show was viral everywhere around the world and every single person wanted to see the show.
Yeah. What did they pay for? Just your flight and accommodations?
Nothing.
You had to pay your own way there?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, Julie. Nothing.
Dr. Phil's got no budget.
Nothing.
I assumed that they would at least pay for your accommodation.
We went to the filming 2 days before.
Yeah.
And they said to us that we can basically bring makeup artists and hairstylists and everything in a place. We went there. It was a rainy day. I had no makeup on. My hair was like all crazy and baby. And I said, okay, well, is there any makeup artist? And I said, no, unfortunately, there's nobody.
Oh.
Why you guys not even told me that? I could actually bring my own.
Yeah.
I had to put the makeup on Julia. And then I had to put the makeup on myself. And the only say they offered is like, yo, you guys can still in a hotel next to the Universal Studio if you guys want. So we can offer that.
Okay.
And I said, well, thank you. But then Julia started to say, well, no, I wanted to go to Universal Studio. I said, okay, let's just do that. And then I went to Universal Studios, places that want to buy the ticket. And then the guy says like, oh, if you want to have like whole ride, like a VIP celebrity, whatever it is about like almost $900.
Oh.
So for each. And Julia all of a sudden said like, let's just do that. And I said, Julia, $900 just, I had been in this country for 14 years, but I never go to Universal Studio because I know it's all made up. Because I was in the, movies industry, so I know what's going on there. But is it like something that you really want? Yeah, I want. Okay. So we went there. I paid $900 from my.
Oh, you did not.
No, I did.
Oh my God.
She said, I want to go. And then when I said no, I was scared that she's not going to even willing to continue to collaborate about things. Because again, everything that she could do in a bad way, it could go against her. Like people could kind of think about that she's really not okay. So I said, okay, Julia, let's just do that. I can do it. We will do it. We went, everything went well, all was good. That this journalist communicated and called her when we were there. 10 minutes later, Julia went aggressive, get crazy. It's like, I want to go home. I want to do this. I was like, Julia, what happened to you? And then last night, when I took the phone, looked into the date, that I figured out exactly what happened when I spent $900 to Julia as a VIP. And then in the middle, she was so nasty to me. And I was like, okay, let's just look into that. And this is like, she said, just get out. Just tell Fia that you want to go out. Tell Fia
Yeah.
to get everything right now, right now. And I can send a person that can pick you up from Universal Studio. And I told that girl, like, you talking to me right now and you saying you didn't? Damn, this is the evidence. This is the phone of Julia. This is the time that me and Julia was in Universal Studio. What's wrong with you? We are still investigating about her. What is her intention? Is this person came from Peter Ney? If this person is somebody that may connect it to Peter Ney or Martin Ney, she's from Portugal. She said that she lived next to that hotel and she wanted to take Julia now to that place. So, and there is a detective that will help her. So for me, is all red flags.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's got a new phone number now, so that should be done.
She has not using the same number anymore. The phone already disconnected as I had a conversation. And I got a text messages while I'm talking to you. I saw that he's texting me and telling me it's over, it's done.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah. Also, I know that people now getting tired. We just have been live for so many.
Oh, yeah. It's been two and a half hours.
But I think for me was good to venting out a little bit, not to journalists, not to TVs or not to Dr. Phil shows or not other, but venting as that when people, you guys starting to think or going after a person that trying to even risk her own life for someone that she didn't know, as a woman appreciated another woman that stand up for it. As a matter right now, I'm not trying to push Julia or throw Julia on the bus.
Yeah.
I am here to help Julia. I am here to pay for Julia's cost. And I'm not asking anyone to do anything. And no donation. Thanks. Thank you so much. Because again, my friend, who is a very powerful person, he said, you don't need to be concerned. And we both going to taking care of the situation.
That's so good.
And after everything is done, me and my team will definitely come out and speak out about what we did. Because a lot of you, it's all words. It's all words. Guys, the investigation is still on. I can't provide you evidence. I can't publish anything. When you are investigating about the open case, which is this case is not only Julia's case anymore. It could be a lot of other victims that maybe have been involved. A lot of other kids in Poland that may was involved with this scenario as with the same person. We can't say anything because we are digging into both names.
Yeah.
Because if we gave evidence, they watching us. Even now, when I'm live with you, I'm sure that someone watching us from their side.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, they are a professional people. They are not stupid. They make a lot of money of these things. I work with this situation or this pair things that I can say on here for almost 8 years, and with my partner Brad in Texas. So I know what's going on. I know what's happening. So it's not what you guys thinking that someone take another baby and done. They make $1 million. A lot. And a lot of legit people can be involved. But we have no evidence to prove. Because they gain money too.
Yeah.
Business. And that's why we have to be careful about what we are saying, what we are putting out there. Because we can put ourselves and my colleagues and my investigation, my mission in danger. So
Right.
understand, I'm not trying to just bubble. I can't say certain, I can't post certain things. I can't publish certain things. And the last things is this. People who is standing for the Julia's mother and says that I'm the wrong person and Julia's mother, please go and find Julia's mother for me. And please ask her to call me, or not me. Ask her to call the dad, and dad gave the number to Julia and called Julia. Please do that for me.
Yeah.
If you're a journalist out there that you hear me right now, please go and find the mother. And make sure that the mother collaborate with you, calling her sick daughter and talk to her and at least apologize about something that she did indirectly or directly. I don't know. She may also a victim.
Yeah, maybe.
But even if you are a victim, don't try to push your daughter more down. Because right now, she has nothing to lose. She already lost everything in her life. It takes time for her to become a person that she wanted to be. Her dreams is gone until she recover. Please do something. I'm begging you as a mother to mother for the first and last time. Just talk to her and apologize. I feel so sad.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think it's awful, the life that Julia's had to live, and hopefully she can get a handle on things and her health can improve. And
because I don't want to judge anyone in anywhere, because I never wear your shoes. But what I found about you, even if I know that you may not done purposely, but whatever, you are a victim by yourself. Maybe you also got abused. Maybe this has happened to you, but don't let things happen to your daughter.
Yeah.
Me, my mom was so to the point. I have to have many degrees. This is actually the Persian culture, by the way. And I'm only kid. I was the only kid. No brother, no sister.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to be like a God knows who. Put me from the age of 6 and 7, they put me in any certain classes. When people had the summertime, I did not have the summertime. I had to go to another school. Well, I would ask my mother, why? I'm a kid. I want to just be a kid. I want to play. No. Waste of time. Go and read the book. Do this.
The books, yeah.
Seriously? So again, guys, that's why I'm not going to do the same things to my kids. So for a lot of mothers out there, my opinion, okay, my advice. If your mom and dad done something to you that you will still feel sore in your heart, and you feel a lot of stuff that's happening around your life is because of that, please don't do it to your own kids.
Yeah. Learn from their mistakes and move on.
And that's why I'm telling my sons, if you come home and tell me that I'm number one, I don't like it. There's no such a thing as a number one. I don't want you to be number one. I want you to be number 3, but I want you to be happy. I want you to feel happy. I wanted you to get B. It's okay. As long as you get that B, I'm fine. I don't want you to get A. I don't want you to be the gate kid. Because my 11 years old, they called me and they says, your son can go. I said, no. Stop talking about it. Stop even telling my son. I don't want that my son is going to go and be a gate person. I don't absolutely want. Because I know how much pressure, stress my son going to have to make me happy.
Yeah.
I had to go through the same things when I did like to many places, and I have to bring another degrees to my mom for my country. So why? Why I had to take the time zone was very different. And I had to be awake and do these online things for my mother, for that university that my mother picked for me in my country, and do all this stuff and travel all the way and then get things done just because my mom wanted that I have to have that degree too.
Yeah.
And I had to go into work day after, like going to the work so tired and couldn't really stand up just because I was awake all night because I had to be in the class. It was in Iran time, and basically, my time was different.
Yeah.
So again, guys, don't do the same mistakes as your parents done to you, and please stop excuses. Because my mom did that to you, that I can do this. Because my dad did this to you, that's why I'm unable to do this. This is all BS to me.
Yeah.
My life is always by myself.
Recap. April 13th, the DNA comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you hope to have it. And how are you going to oh, there's my hat again. How are you going to release? What should people look
I believe that it's not, I kind of feel that I have to talk to her dad too, and I will actually have his opinion.
Yeah.
Now I will have Julia's opinion, because it's very important what Julia wanted to do and how Julia wants to publish things, and what is exactly is going to happen. So we need to really figure it out exactly, because it's not only me. I just want to make sure that I'm respecting the father that now stepped out and would love to be with, the daughter.
And I'm sure you'll let us know when you know kind of how it's going to go.
Absolutely, love. Me and you became a friend right now, so we are basically
we're like this now. Yeah.
Well, again, I love your all videos that you make, and
thank you.
I love it. I did, to be honest, I did, because it's a talent. And when I was so tired and lay down and I look at them and you make me laugh.
Okay, good.
You make me, oh my God, you're so cute.
You make me laugh. I love posting about you. So
I love it. I liked it. And again, as I said in the morning, I said, like, we can have different opinions.
Yeah.
But we have to respect each other.
Yeah. I try not to share my opinion as much. I just try to give kind of the facts and.
Yeah, because I had the basically opportunities to get involved with politics. And one of the very big politicians basically wanted me to get involved with whatever they are doing. And I said, I am not.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Yeah.
It's all about lies. And it's all about betraying people. And it's all about to fight and not respecting each other's opinions. And it's all about to go after each other's. And I'm not that type of the person.
Yeah.
Because this moment, I can't bite people. I can't scream. I can't be exactly as you see. I can be hysteric. I can be crazy too. But I don't want to, because at this moment, the peace that I have in my life, it's much important that the bunch of donations.
There's a nice way to share your opinion, and there's a kind way to do it. Yeah.
I can't, to me, because even if this person says I'm okay with that, you can even shut me down. Just, he asked me if I can guide basically that guy. And I said, I can guide you, because the way that I'm guiding you, you're definitely not going to be or going anywhere with politics, because I'm against something
go that road
right now. I'm not going to do it. And
well, let us know, Fia, and I would love to do a live with you when you have the results, or just want to chat in the future.
I hope people already now feeling comfortable. I know that there is a lot of other people gonna says, you see, now she knows that she's not maybe this and that, or she think, and now throwing Julia on the bus. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you guys that who is Julia and what Julia dealing with and what we have to do in order to make sure that Julia get healthy.
Yeah.
So my only concern right now is Julia's health.
Yeah.
And guys, pray that Julia wanted to stay in LA, stay in Beverly Hills, stay in Cedars-Sinai's hospital, because that I can sleep. And a lot of you just commented, oh yeah, Fia, just do these things and mad because Julia's Fia's mother, this and that. Well, of course, guys, that's exactly what I said. This is nothing that you guys trying to make up for me right now. Yes, because I went through and I found a very vulnerable girl that need help, and I have research. I'm not only image. I have a heart, and I believe in karma. If anything happened to my kids, maybe a couple years after I'm not alive, maybe someone somewhere help my son. I don't know. Don't take anything for granted, guys.
Yeah.
That's
Tell
why
tell Julia we wish her well, and hopefully she can get a handle on whatever it is that's going on.
yeah, I'm going now to basically force her to change the pajamas now, and
You're going to karaoke.
not tonight, but I'm gonna
Oh,
take her out to to just have lunch with her.
okay.
At least kind of like make her to kind of be a little bit healthier. And then also we are going to call the dad because he just texted me when I was live, and we will FaceTime, and we will make sure that the dad can actually bring some mood to her and just like make her to keep going.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for doing this. I really enjoyed this. I've wanted to interview and chat with you since I started following you, so this made my day.
Thank you, Julie, and I appreciate your platform. I appreciated the time that you spent for me today. I appreciated what you did. I appreciated everything you said, and I really appreciate it. And I'm telling you right now, thank you guys. People who likes me, people who dislikes me, people who loved me, people who hated me. It's perfectly fine. Just remember one thing. Opinion is opinions. Everyone has right to say about their opinions.
Yeah.
As long as respectful and is not a bully. Because I am against bully. I'm also in the organization in my kids' school to make sure that my son understood about what bully means. Protect people and protect other kids of bully. So
Right.
please make sure that Julia getting the right basically answer. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm emotional just because again, um, Julia talked a lot to me about a lot of things that happened to her when she were at the school, when what other think about her. She never loved herself. She had anemia. She had anorexia. So it's very important, guys, that to
Yeah.
protect your own daughter and protect your own son when they come back from school. Don't think that they're okay when they go to their room. Say, oh, maybe they're there with their friend or calling or talking. Let's just no, don't do that. Don't do that. Always talk to your kids, especially when they
Yeah.
start 6th grade to high school. Make sure that you are talking and communicating daily with kids. And if their behavior change in any way,
Get on it.
investigate, get involved with the teacher and get involved with other people.
Yeah.
Don't think that it's normal. Don't Google things. Oh, teenager behavior, it's normal. They said that, no, 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 no. Not every teenagers had the same symptoms. Okay? So
Yeah.
don't and feel it's okay because of the hormones. No, 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 no. Just make sure that your kids mentally, emotionally, physically safe, and the school collaborate with you with every news happening at the class when your son or your daughter. Because if we are not doing it right now, it's going to be late when they are 20. It's going to be late when they are 18. It's going to
Yeah.
be late when
Yeah.
they're 15.
I
So
agree.
9, age 14. 9 to 14. 9 to 14. Be very, very, very careful.
Yeah.
How their attitude changes and what they got internet with, games, what type of the games, why.
Yeah.
Every single friends is important. You have to be careful who they are talking, why they are talking,
Yeah.
and who is that person, and why this person likes your son. Be careful about everything because from the age of 14, you're them. The friends and the friends' family is everything to them.
I agree.
So be careful about that.
Thank you so much, Fia.
Love you.
Okay, we'll talk.
Enjoy. Bye, honey.
Bye. Tell Julia we said hi.
Okay. She's not here right now.
Hopefully she's not mad at you.
No, she's not. She's okay. I think
Okay, good.
Every single time when I do any kind of lives, I'm telling her exactly what I'm going to address today. We actually are reading all those comments because she's nosy. She want to know what people has. So I said, there's nothing that we are going behind your back. This is it. This is what we are going to do. This is what we are going to say. And are you okay with that? And she says, okay.
Okay, good. Okay, take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.